social brand Christmas be do numienu na anopa no so abo 20 minutes to the top of the hour 7 a.m. Good morning. Radio we ne fa what ase ni aka no se be ye honam so adwuma huhu mu dia no ye dia mahwedi ampo nyankopon wa ye dia mayen ahwe ye nso ama de patch ye ni aka se be ye honam so adwuma what ase enti anopa die ye ne mo nam ya mama Kwaba emre ye Dwabo Ase adwuma die no so what you on radio high Power FM 97.9. Go show me live on TV high TV XYZ. We say the more you know, the less you worry. Good morning. Say mohuya dear. Now watching Bibia Edana Kwemu. Ya kwani ya sayaba. Etiano pedia siye tomu saya. Na ya sedan kwani ya dima shedi ampo nyankopa wote ase. Na no pe ose. A strong man doesn't have to be dominant towards a woman. He doesn't match his strength against a woman weak with love for him. He matches it against the world. A strong man doesn't have to be dominant towards a woman. He doesn't match his strength against a woman weak in love for him. He matches it against the world. And Opeosian country say own your actions without excuse, because a man who takes responsibility stands miles above the rest. Own your actions without excuses, because a man who takes responsibility stands miles above the rest. Once you realize the power of your presence, you will not be just anywhere with just anybody. Once you realize the power of your presence, you are not going to just be anywhere with just anybody, okay? So choose wisely. Good morning. Mohoya dear. Mohoya, yes, you are here. What's your here? And Tiano pay to me a call. From now to 10 a.m. we're serving you breakfast with information. Yes, ways and come to me while the man was slow. Was this and Kaya bet to me one Kaya Bama was so. Yen to me nuntin was the fire note Yayam to all. Any empire boy Emran and him are bringing out here. And Tiano Pedia, a radiator was said. You're from a Don Kwabena Prah. Mamma production team, that's Mr. Emmanuel Owusu, Ella Opoku, Amos Konyo, Agnes Safo, and I'm from a technical producer, Eya Jasmolai. Mamma crew no more TV, this was say. Francis, that man actually makeups, I know. Your friend Francis. Francis made us say. Alright, so we set on your radio and TV from now to 10 a.m. Now, I'm found common name, right? I'm common work room, and come over in the work room. More than one crew. Yatio, Ayo, Sebery, SMP. So we'll talk some more because information are urban is Enra. The minority MPs know I take cover Ashanti region. Now I'm saying Omo kwa Ashanti region is Omo engagement with cocoa farmers no enyeyo. Enti ase Enra wo fenso wo mo di kai ko na na matra nkonya. Ekoma na nanu mo ekopre kwan. Enti sabredi abro yi puma kwa mu so mo betumi aba asantema mu. Now almost continuous engagement with the cocoa farmers. One more to Akoso. And the Nadia Ferran to a Cremobetu. Minority for any say, Encosis a cocoa farmers. Eba poor Abanwino. And Yadi Omuja is a crusade in Eda. And the Nano Omakwa Kobomu Jawa Santamantemua. Almost they are going to begin a week-long engagement with cocoa farmers. Near Mupa, no dear. There's a cocoa farmers in Nimbia, Womontin, and Comonasi. Say, I buy a bow moose, I buy a Dwamo went to a minimum. This will be Mum the Quamuk and some can. It's a minority for the eye of Mujuva witness for. And I watch you be an almost baby because some kind. Alright, hang on this morning because later on today, my guest is going to be at the PRO for Kokobo. Sam Jerome joins me. Now, we'll talk some more about this engagement. Yeah, minority for a year. No one Sam Jerome, this is a year. Now, if you have a baby, Susan at the board, they will be far. What's your say? The baby say. Pamcho, I'm saying over the weekend so and send me PA. Efa the Ghana Gold Board for a home. And some the PA no. Say Obi Mpewa ana sabi osua wasa no wachi ane pan tie na tie ni ye. Say Obi Mpewa ho. Ana osua wasa no wachi ane pan. Because mentia say amanfo asheda bo amena bi se nka Gold Board for nkonkoto. Wo mo fanya abanwe kasetia. But the more they set the traps, the more they evade those traps set by the paparazzi. Alright, so last weekend, Anna information by say Omsi Gold Board for Akoma contract to be a Emfa Kwemu and go through tender. Contract no mo de ma no and go through tender. Enti amanfo mu na ye kum. So Kwansini Anna Gold Board for edit all the relevant documents by. So now Abayne buyer in the year 2025 no. Ana Dayaba kwa was so ye eso betumi aboama Ghana ye di ye no and so be establish a Gold Board. Now I'm say Gold Board no any one establishment even the opposition admits say Gold Board na Abayne te no honestly a game changer. And they never saw this coming. And for them there I mean a form say no. Now Gold Board don't say it was an entirely new setup. Just like your person set up at the Women's World the Women's Bank, it's an entirely new business, setup or business structure at the airbar. Now you need be a my way muda. And you see a pay before Friday more, your friendly powerful fra, one be dim juma any day. Well, no, it's not part of the transitional. One ministry transits to another ministry. Maybe our handover notes at the Amasa ministry, no. Like one government hands over to another government, no a transition. Now if you hand over all the documents, we hand over Jubilee House at the incoming government. We enter so this was an entirely new establishment. What you say? Internet here peda bredema womo yesa penny pom be mwajuma. So at the last count, many people 300 and yaswa womo say womo konkoya juma e Gold Board as your home. Now any part 300 no he fani edi womo befa. So we needed to set up an office for them. But this answer na ejuma no aba in terms one na ye pen in terms of ejuma no ebetumi aso abante mama Ghana enya ho faso nti no. Se ya kasa fe ni consider fofo aye bebre. And where the abro na yipuma kwamu ma eye Bank of Ghana enya a new edifice. So now the old Bank of Ghana building no ya nempo amount for person much say enya fit for purpose because a dina check Gold Board for out of modesty. So amu gini o mine ho no amu pentama ya adwuma ne dia so mo mine nti no. Omo your madwen say ni amu be take over the old Bank of Ghana building no for temporary accommodation. But come to think of it, because an old structure for Bank of Ghana no na ye ba be gold adwuma wo munti no. Na dan no see dan ni kakra yen sachare wo mu na fe yetumi ma dan no sabe emu ye dru netumi ekra enipa be 300. Any other departments are Gold Board for best set up normal run or operations from that edifice no. So we needed a contractor or no nebe to me akwa dan no asiesie no ahwe say okay all the various offices now Gold Board for be here no yet to me I am ready for occupancy. Until I hope by here say ye pe contractor. Na no na contractor no esan say na adwuma no ye pe ntamunti no. Ya open tender, send ye open tender for most contracts, Name we already call your friend restrictive tendering process, And no, I tender be a shada a penny per quobia, Wamu akon humana so kwankro. No when ya brese duman wamu bena who hariso, ne rientem edia boy jumakuna, wamu edia momono. So now 3 companies were shortlisted for the restricted tendering process. And out of the 3 normal shortlist, Anna Koreka Ghana Limited that bid to undertake the renovation works. Gold Board for here was a dino. So now they submitted Gold Board for before almost been back or on that process. No, almost submit a letter to the Public Procurement Authority. Jumeku aya mandate almost say Jume bia ewa ban na se ebe procurement acquisitions enko sankrata nim enkodi omunsa no omu na asone companies so I'm here to the needed or the relevant company I carry out that job no or the documents no command the Public Procurement Authority. So we share on our screen sir on the 24th of June and a Gold Board for actual letter to the Public Procurement Authority a request say companies miensa way and one more person omube renovation works no into Public Procurement Authority and screen ahead the 3 companies no more the best out of the 3. So after PPA for a year assessment no and number 1 on the list Messrs Koreka Ghana Limited. So in a letter dated the 24th of June and a Public Procurement Authority for approve Koreka Ghana Limited say carry out that renovation works no Emma Gold Board. Subsequent to that in the month of June and after Gold Board for Emma Yenyan into say ensaka a letter from the Public Procurement Authority allow Koreka Ghana Limited say carry out those renovation works. So letter no it's also flying on your screens. But come to think of it, Koreka Ghana Limited for any approval from the Public Procurement Authority no, on the 18th of July 2025 and sure to the Ghana Gold Board Company say any approval to carry out renovation works on the old Bank of Ghana premises and only letter number 3 on the list of letters Mediama Production fly Edema. So after 18th of July no, this letter no on the 18th of July was to notify Gold Board say you approve works no at Yamakorika so renovation works. So Gold Board for so sa krata no omanda so almost so notify the relevant company carry out renovation works no. So in a letter dated October 29th 2025 Gold Board for Troye the Public Procurement Authority say fair enough to me renovation works in nyina facility but aka procurement of office laptops for administrators. Now and also so answer numbers are purchases no. They wrote again to the PPA to seek clearance and some our purchases no from the Public Procurement Authority. So that letter is also flying on our screen. So here live on TVXYZ, on Facebook, on YouTube. Ubehusa letter now Gold Board that chokoma PPA or request for a single source method for the procurement of these laptops, because the earlier one renovation was through restrictive tender, but this other one office laptops any furniture went through single source it's a company abua ne ho a ready wire crowd so no best supply equipment or no na at the man. So that company that got the contract was Get for Less Ghana Limited. So they were to supply 15 laptops for the company at a price of let me go through the document and get you the right figure a quote so 15 laptops ninano gave them an amount of 2 million. Am I right here? Let me look at it well, because Charlie fonts in this 15 laptops. Where do I go? 1 2 3 never Lenovo Yoga 72 laptops. Okay, 15 laptops gave them an amount of 264,561 Ghana cedis, 15 pesos. So the unit cost of one of the laptops was 17,637 Ghana cedis, 41 pesos. Now here in the next 15 laptops in Ghana, 264,561,000, 15 pesos. Now enona woman tiasia investigations and the documents and say I mean these purchases didn't go through the right process but adibako oman share hunu say Gold Board for out of these purchases were able to save the nation some amounts from the purchases now laptops because when you go to even the market now that type of laptops now bako MI and 17,000 it's selling over 17,800 Ghana cedis, but to negotiate here one for 17,637.41 Ghana cedis. So what's now be say Gold Board for a contractor money correct go money get for less for the call, dream dear be woman patrol tumuda. Because Omunkwani the only company as we speak now, quarterly, Omutmi provide their returns. Any omu transactions are omu yenina to make sure say bibia omu yebiano edemu finchim no omu kweti emrani biara. And since the inception of Gold Board from 2025 till date as we speak, it is the only recognized government institution omu publish omu annual reports quarterly. They say you made the normal buy but because they want to save the public purse and ensure transparency in their dealings in every quarter they do publish omu reports any omu transactions for transparency sake. And to say what to her now say oh bam na bia ma Gold Board akotom na odi enya omu a pamcho to adwene na ade ba akoso so ompesa amanfo ehye ne so ne say this said Koreka Ghana Limited almost say it's owned by the deputy chief of staff no krabianim because as at August 2017 now was Holdings Ghana Limited partly owned by Standogbe na sa company no any one other and they own Koreka Ghana Limited no watching ho every company ni mu a nensa any company ni kwan bia so bio enti e be den say an independent company will bid for a government contract no benya near say invisible hands be under control the contract acquisition. So this one again the Gold Board management and for that matter the government is telling us say amount for any omajuni infrimu because Gold Board holds dear the principles of transparency and accountability and will continue to uphold these tenets by publishing all contracts it enters to. They have nothing to hide as they say. Enti no sa wote ya na nokra ewo ensem ne mu no ebi eno no bam 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 enano pay ensem no kakra bia ka wa chiro ti ase atwa me ye be sani ni nyina mu agu dia ma akra net saying Eradi adumti Kwabena mihuye. Bibi abokode. Ena ejoda mihuye. Yeah. Na Kwabena bro. Na hifu na womode Gold Board ni na baby. Enya unkrofu Ghana Today food. So na baka chem say paparazzi online
so ho si maka che.
Ni ma dwen free omo so.
Wenum womon kan
Ghana Today.
Wey.
Kwabena for Ghana Today dia na nka oniema wo ye nyina no ye niema ebu oman no.
So ho.
But say Ubetu future go manfo anima ba minim say on say aban ba na o an appointment no Erica J okay bibi nape director okay bibi say they are well aware say omo mabunu na aban na mo di bre no te say no bekwasafo J no na ba Sami Jamfi monisa young guys now they are yet to hit their 40s no amount for air power downfall but almost no money da hot say aboa wo
enya easy
and sasam na branch and kind no I'm still monitoring them now sha amount for to many years Gold Board so say nka Gold Board nko power kwan bi so no munya ban no kasetia
na
but almost my fidie na Gold Board for year fanchan almost my fidie na no ma year fanchan it is almost per amna bia boa say nka empa aban no appointees ne bi no munya asem nka but I'm happy the way some of the appointees are conducting themselves.
Na Kwabena upasima mo bia.
Yeah.
Oloye ni awasa bin wo item ni mra mu nsem yiye. Sami Jamfi no pesa asema ma no.
Very bad.
Hey, Sami.
Very bad.
Hey. Now upasima me say I did we start Ghana Today the buy na me say na when ade akopi pie ne won atwo nkata ko ye ne wo say wo mu ye nyina ja ve na mu mu na mu di asema nya no kware ereba. Enti mu pasima mo bia mamu mfafa obi ti se Sami Jamfi na fichiri dabi mfafa hokra because ansa na Sami Jamfi betu anamon no na ne wo so ye no na wa ye didadaw enti nkofa atembe nkofa fa ba bi ne Sami Jamfi wey
na enti
abranti we ya fa sanse mfa na fichiri o Kwabena unim se bae no Ghana Today di bae no panyi bia minim no nanka mebu ni ye pa I don't know si ko to ni Facebook handle. Hey, could this be their first scandal? This is one of my phone na my friend say.
Yeah.
Ura. We are same training.
Yeah.
I think we are watching but you cannot delete it because information is opening no ko Gold Board online. go gold board for one website ho ne nyinara wo ho
good
one agreement a wo call ye ne nyina ne wo kire koma PPA ne nyina ansa na wo request for companies na wo ba bid ne nyina no ne nyina wo gold board online kona kohwe when ya tell my way yi wo fa ne mansie sami jamfi ni meeting no wo nya bibia nka se ye de we ko se gutu na se da bi nti honum
gold board by menya kwanya ko on 2 occasions.
Okay.
And honestly speaking, say Oko Gold Board office okra na you ask yourself say Charlie office ne kra no ye no they need to still make more renovations and beautify the place because baby a Gold Board head office there and ka wu remu kra no esenka un gold pallets it will smell gold but out of modesty kra ntino o many am o man no and say okay what dey yemfa ne sa na yen hwehwe ne ma no as time goes on na yenya a befitting place for the office. Shaura Bank of Ghana new edifice here. So Romania said this is the central bank headquarters. You see, sir, it fits the central bank. So we write electoral commission or new head office here. Yes,
yeah.
When you enter the place, I won't say yes.
I electoral commission office.
But even Gold Board, and I'm not surprised because per the letter, correct for the buy, not. The entire edifice na up for renovation.
So
certain places in the building. And it's all room now. Even the floors, the walkways near there. You begin to ask yourselves, actually, I have here renovation.
So
I have here more modern, facelift near there. Ebema Gold Board office no higher standard. But they are still operating from this structure.
So
and minim the NTR. Only 11 million Ghana cedis na man for Coca Pay. Can offer at a Sikasa and the is on my account.
So bapim na kan for at my and the Ghana to the moon bapim there $12 billion edima ya say Palugu dam bapim there and no Ghana to the moon in
dollars
and the moon kai
where 11 million Ghana cedis for renovation works and I'm crying wolf.
Somebody like Sami Jenfi.
Yeah.
Namu ya mwasa kochi ora stand who said dogbe.
Yeah.
So abeshim.
Oh. Very sad. And say a man for be epeso aban any munguasi aban is on the alert.
Oh yeah.
Because Sanya Maya Kunyina no last Friday I sounded a word of caution to His Excellency say Oman and Indaho. Because a man for be benyanka aban any munguasi.
Yeah. And
Adibakwa ebe nim guasi ama aban we pan say obe rule for only 4 years no was an opposition. Ebe a dent on the credibility of the NDC as a political party and also as a government.
Yeah.
Say 4 years per enipa mpempemeto abadem ema wodi omo rehye wo mu no kwansini na no yasa atwe to ase akunya da bi
enu de
enti aban ne ma nani nda ho
o ma nani na otisa
na appointees no omo soso ema omo ani na ho te say the Gold Board fo ani da ho no
won ani da ho papa
omo nya omo quarterly publications of their transactions send ye be ya say obi pe bibi mpo de esumo mafide a the moment the person logs onto their website no na afi watwe ne ho because everything is well documented on their website.
Yeah.
You can't find anything foul with the operations.
Yeah.
And no na cost will Gold Board. I'm say yeah man for ya.
Because who share the caliber of people are running Gold Board now.
Thank you.
I can tell you say to be very difficult. Say we say one guy be bonny be another one guy be on toward be. Kwabena bedding.
Good.
A bedding here papa because me share even from one guy one here utility managers e wo honum.
Good.
One guy one proper honum mpo. I copy him the CEO himself no.
Yeah.
A bedding because Sami Jenfi will not allow individual be say koye bribia edi nimguasi be Gold Board to the extension said the abakwa a president and the vice president in area bank nyina no
okay
abaya ding here papa who share obiti say Dr. Frank Amwako hene the way this young man is running the Ashanti region no one more fine for man one more to be pimene one more nya bi go to the eastern region
okay
mami akosu awate be pimene. And one target some people say be one but weapon woman finding fault to be so opposition who stay relevant and yenima say nyensemanya no kware who opposition who stay relevant Dwabo Ase nyama ye na enye no the kan fa chopa magana fo hu moboni hu say bia na who credibility because as I speak now finance minister obaserve yen under your tenure 8 years no and 7 years no Kenneth Foriata you no if the new lawyer for say one more permanent stay
America
US and no the NPP for munya wasem nka na mo fake news website Ghana Today so ekika kansema nya no kware ujedi se Kwabena ujedi se sanga MPP fu no gusu wa ba mu ena ntokwa we erikoso wo between Iran and Israel and US. Ujedi se kaba now omo introduce new taxes here. And omo increase fuel prices here. But a government, a social democratic government like the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, Professor Nana Jenopokwa Dimangno, one actually say woman maintain system no mas still we are buying fuel and nibunu ewofem.
In terms of gold board in some they say na kwakoda.
Ayo.
Obia obepeja asem ne fufu bia no na say kaput. Just say oh my something different from what we already know.
Further and better particulars.
Beyond that, this is the information I have available on the website of Ghana Gold Board.
Yeah.
This is the information in some documents I from Gold Board since its inception in 2025.
Yeah.
From time I set up a company, almost recruitment. Now for your peda bread, because na PMMC dino, na a dino, and yet. So they needed a new office. By Yentumi and see that for more money, a castle Munko occupy Bank of Ghana old building. No, and no crown location in a guy, but a dining and shade any Dimbia, Odopa, Cordinim Nekoya inspection. Me and Yama Mesha a gold board be put in place. Our dining Kraminya. The only thing I want is security due to Kakrawu Remwa. Your best can when you're Yamu Remunia. But when you are walking through the building, you could see such a if this is Gold Board office there, I see it me pager dining na ya kono. A few offices and almost take up so we renovate, but not the entire structure.
Yeah.
Until we are even appealing say they should give out another contract. Maybe about 20 million Ghana cedis. Now for the entire structure no.
Yeah.
Na a dino nama as a Gold Board office no say
higher Gold Board. Higher Gold Board. Family a group of companies.
Na yi
yengo sesi ho.
Na one die ba ko na wo Jowulu Kwan no. A House of Grace no.
Yo.
And no so nam die no abeka say gold building.
So
what you say enti I'm on phone to my dream. Now, you information is credible on Kwanya, the public. We don't want to throw dust into the eyes of the public. Maybe say, Opesa, unya tie them up buying anything. Okay, can't see. But this is the right information. Ghana Gold Board, Edemo, mine say, what is almost Gold Board for the dream beer to Wajunimu? Omundi Bonibia. Jandam Newu.
Ye killing.
Yeah, you're still a nano pay. I will Dwabo Ase. Obiada on that.
Obiada on that.
Accra.
Kwabena.
Menya sure say daily snibify.
Oh, what did you know about? Hey.
Okay.
We are Gold Board. Some give
you say the right information on Aba and answer still. Almost so jagum.
Kwabena right now no money aba.
Right now no.
And right now no money aba no.
Okay, me mean CBA.
And mami fa daily post.
Ghana today woman. Ghana today.
Ghana today now Ghana today di ba kan kase ma Ghana ne.
Ghana ne.
Na Ghana ne amunka no kware.
All right. Akra ko fida akoyanko.
Mami fa daily post dem fiase na no pay. Asem kese e wo enim ha no o say engineers and planners EMPs acquisition talks to operate the Amang mine started in 2023. Engineers and planners.
Yeah.
Omo your company one more capacity. One more akwenya, one more to me, one more logistics. And in your say from a goodie to you. You better to kwampa so. Ma kwanto no betumi aye. Na fiti 2023 to no mufia se ukoda man hono na mining hono na. Wo pesa omko too good e wo ho. Hono no mo start process ni ton. Eti se dey ka gold board asemi. Sa na nkrofo so start say and EMP esan say niwura eye Ibrahim Hamanti na oyo mampanyini nuabari manti na nu so fiase sara na mo kikekika ya no se dey bi. Nhwehwem na fei nkrata no ekirem say EMP fu efiase 2023 ton and almost starting processes no efei na kwenya no process na mo starting kakaka no efei na mo mutumi wi a wo mo ebe start so betu fa magudi ewo eye da man honom etenu so jandam bisa mo dinam no enu su kaput.
Yes, I'm of the opinion say obi o capacity to execute a task na jumedi a odie ni so no oni any bad record e say e bokwan ma no otumi eye more because ye nyina ye wo man we mu na abra ensuo yiri yen ane e po bi obetse odonimu amaye no he volunteered himself so no add an equipment be yes exercise ni di amaye and there's a businessman or other capacity, whether in opposition or in power, or in Ejuma.
And you're only in Ghana.
And only in Ghana, it's only fair and square say be a new president. And so when you're a president, now you're a businessman. Now bet me up when you're on the presidency now with your support in terms of your business acumen here. They have so be it.
Bonnie be
him and your beer. When you're Juma, now when you're a president, name my friend you pay Juma amount.
Debbie,
there's a difference between the two.
Yeah.
Obi Oha or any business that whether in opposition or in government, he's still into business. But Obi Oha when you Juma ye Ninya be a president no no take company and what shall see a fan crop for Obi says Juma we anything you better than your contract we you define and be any ade. Wo sa no where sa na no opese onum efri wunuano na hinie ne ho eno na enye
because Kwabena me aware say
what say good
me aware say from 2017 back in 2024 year to aba no na company bi wo memo no insurance company or your private insurance company na ye wo SIC wo memo
good
so sa private company ejije customers state insurance company no betimi di won ayeduma e call ni private company na ni wo fa e na ye president or somebody o man Ghana young to samfo na Bank of Ghana branches across the country no be ko hono no akoje offices ni bia your man no office no akoje no the opportunity on any private company and I hwe no man ma oni ho so sa na ma bisa no na enye but EMP entisa
no
engineers and planners because e kufa do time crampo no person ko ye denjabo ho adwuma diamond bi ho adwuma I think say the former sports minister Nicholas hini hono so engineers and planners was a capacity no money was some of African countries see it your capacity obey adwuma not only in government
because all your adwuma no the relevant taxes otua corporate social responsibility into what else are they seeking from him
and me cry before Akufo-Addo crowd be president the same engineers and planners won CEO say be papa na ne hu do na na do dan Akufo-Addo sa bre no mo wo ka tire se ne hu do na kwa opanyin kra na boa no
oh I see
obua Ghana fu nyina ankwa nyina obua wo na no ka say bi o say so you the fu yo sikeni a sabi da bedu last year wodo be kwakọ tu ese honom no na kire se wo no ye president na se wo no ye
what you say
enti odi ni sika bua ye nyina enti so betimi aya yama no kwa no onye e wo daily post mu
akra kofi da kon
asem fufu na no pe daily post dia ba no o chem se yen obia odikan e wo mamu e first lady
okay
wasanga ye na ade ne biom wasako inaugurate another health facility.
All right, that's beautiful.
So these are the people our more opposition abemu omu ye niam abu nkofo. Ete no so hu asem ene daily post e de hu nsem aba. Ma me fi daily post mu na me nko chronicle. Brisu Semda Obonkrata no. Also Gold Board reject claims of inflated laptop prices so sourced contract. Asema ye chire mu no. Chronicle nso e de hu amanebo aba no so achire mu papa chem say Gold Board fo won say nsem no ade say won chem say nsem a Ghana Today fo ne face some minority na say some opposition fo adere ni nam no enye no kware eteno so Chronicle mu kratafato so du ba ko na ma me nkomu biom e Chronicle mu dia asafufro dia ba wanim ha no o say EMP ready to operate the among mines and also ne aka ho asem no chem say engineers and planners won aye krado papa say ko da man a eye fam agudi tu no won aye krado
and I like the way most of the dailies are supporting that acquisition no because even pro opposition newspaper Daily Guide captions say EMP set to operate the mines acquisition talks dates back to 2023 which is a time MPP was no and omusha say so mudin kita on say omunya sa mines na omubeto what you say it's positive for us say Omunyina ehunu said this is an indigenous Ghanaian mining company. Sikani beka mining mu. Yes, Sanko South Africa. That's beautiful. Push it.
Mami come nim dia Herald the Obokrata no na medrusu sabre.
Good.
Ose EMP fu nsem no wom timi na nkan no biom. Na mo Gold Board insensem so no so wode aba. Dandam no so wonga kele ne sara. Na ose ofori actor runs for medical treatment excuses. Now seeking exile in US.
So
obia ose sabre no mu no in your tenure as a finance minister, now your own members of parliament, 92 of them were seeking, said they should sack you because you were underperforming as a finance minister. No, yes, sack you no. Ken Ofori-Atta granted an interview and says that it's like I say eja and Erika chere eja ni say ongwan enja onima nti say nya di say obeko sana Ken Ofori-Atta ka chere esa brenum say nya di say obeja adwuma no asa o manga na yemfoto samfo nti onko ba bia nti otena ase ena niema jagu yi afa yen ato aba na wie wa ban en wa manyoku no won edi ngugu o say eja di eni kwan say obegwan eja umaho eti ena dentina wantena se umanu ye wa ha papo yesi kom di yen papo yesi kana se odi ko sie bra ba hwe so na nam unsa sunti contract bi ko so I was strategic mobilization and the Ghana Revenue Authority in term papa ya hwe contract na do nsa cha no brakeke ni yemisa wunsem
said the Lord the Bible shana motuo mi nti o wa broche nti okoni nkotodwa ni mu bompaye
enwa
ya o bompaye de nsem na oka
enwa na ni se na no obeko court no unse Ghana memu anko be cha tarifita obeko court no de o cha tarituntu no
se no ya tade e de amano as a geoman
ayo eti Kwabena miribisase adentina Kenneth na ya kuntunkunu Ofori-Atta adentina wa na adwini se fedi o ma be fedi o se onyare bi
o se Ken Ofori-Atta nu abi o friend Michael Ofori-Atta unim so on so you wanted
onu su sara
mo amuni Michael Ofori-Atta kanche ni say he's been wanted by the Ghana Police CID
ayo
Michael Ofori-Atta
ayo
ono your brother to Ken Ofori-Atta
ayo
na eniama ni bi afa Ken Ofori-Atta ho no yeso ono no de e chen
it is one
na say no Ghana Police CID e de na to wanted list so
it is
Michael Ofori-Atta ye hwehwe na ono so say yeso ode no ho akanwura
it Kwabena e betimi aka say it runs in the family ana
why not it runs in the family
because mintiasio
Ken Ofori-Atta Michael Ofori-Atta
omo nyina ye
hwe na within this week obeta Michael Ofori-Atta ho say
eti sisia no Ken Ofori-Atta all seek permanent stay in the US no if they onyare biom
Debbie onyare bio
let me appeal to the government the AG Attorney General and Minister for Justice
good
Dr. Dominic Akurotinga Ayene Misenara ade ba ko en wo be ya magana fo ye ni beje Ken Ofori-Atta ni se me e kan ora no ho yes sra won ara kon bia so e wo be fa papa be ba o memu no wo mu fa so one faso no mind sisi no na say onyare biomo o seek permanent stay no onyare
dey aye din dey amani dey otum say e don dey be dru Ghana Accra International Airport no plane mu e be yire so obesi o mo twe no no so ka ne hu shem e twe no ka ne hu shem o mo be ne dey obeka so nkoda now I've said something say Ghanaians should not be surprised
say
one hwe ya ohun e da e beka say e dey Ken Ofori-Atta e ba no na e ni funu ni e dey ba o de opa fasan baby ensuo nka o de me so opa fasan baby ensuo nka da e beka se ye de na e ba no na e ni funu mum na na e de ba o man o de opa hwe
Kwabena
o de opa hwe me say that kind of people no hu said o mu si ehu o mu ho so o mu ye special no na ya ho hwe even the way they put up and he said o mu si kasa omu so omu ye sonko to the extent say enyo omu seso ne yenum sa no
wo kasanya
wo ti ase enyo omu seso ne yenum sa
they are above us
enti no so baba begina Ghana court na ebia the humiliation the shame na obe go through ninti no eni obenum aduraku ne ho
Kwabena
na officer agent no akwot na America say opeso onya permanent stay omo so baba Ghana and no sankrofo no found me for chachun to Ken Ofori-Atta ho
Kwabena oye nipa ya Ghana ni
I'm telling you says they are some they see themselves as superhumans
adenti
now who so is superhuman anka for how long and what's no be my so on person obeba na chi nnia enya former president what is any nnia kan ho asem da and anu aye this 6 March former president Nana-Addo ankotena Jubilee House obi
okoy
and you feel says a president and initial no exchange pleasantries e dey ankomo na ya omu between themselves one now your presidential correspondent say presidents no so omu ben omu sa na and some ya omu ka kire omu no ya mote uni masema obeka kire no
enu du nchedante
what are you telling us enti no
Kwabena
omu ya madwen say omu no they are so superhuman that is why omu be di oman ni so no no omu de ehia to omu any the ordinary Ghanaians in term what you say
ba Kwabena say Dr. Samuel Ofosompo for me ba say Dr. Samuel Ofosompo for obewa sorry them Church of Pentecost sorry them ewo nungwa kwasida pa elder moa no obekwa ko tere ne dia misre Dominica yene
so we so Ghana han koma kochi no
Kwabena wo mu fari mbra wo mu nya ni obetumi bia because intimi nya accountability na accountable no enu ne ye hia
otontu aka ofuriata wabubu ka
it's like telling a father that he should run away from his children and you are serving as you not leave the country sisi awo ye hia mo udu ho aka Paul udu ho aka ngura uni nam den na ori ye wo ho America ya omam obibini o wi banchampesi efedi uso be pizza na obedi any green ice niama wo mo fani mro mam Momo farima ai wonga kike ni nyina no yentu wonga sinko gina court Kwabena adina yawo
ya heard you be seeing
Kwabena me da say ena ya joda
I'll say the guy you are with on the show looks like you pal. I salute the two of you.
Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely.
Man like Babi Soti. Thank you, boss.
Babi Soti yemwache.
Yeah.
I say yeah rastas na yeah ntrinyu na yeah sakura na sani yes bite.
Yeah, we are Hatika rastas.
Sani yes.
You understand? I love that, bro. Okay, thank you. Pemamina Accra Kofi da Kwasi or bread or bonkrata amubosuono. Nano MTN for say when was the last time you actually enjoyed standing in a queue? No one enjoys standing in a queue, whether it's at the bank or at the grocery store. Nobody has time for that. So that's exactly why I'm loving this new move from MTN. If you've been wanting to switch to an eSIM, you know the digital SIM that's built into your phone, so you don't need a little plastic card. This is your time. MTN has flipped the script and you can literally set up your eSIM yourself right from your couch. No queues, no waiting, no take a ticket. You just open the My MTN app, follow the steps, and boom, you're live. Remember, it's the ultimate life hack. So grab your phone, download the My MTN app if you haven't already, and skip the queue today. There you go. MTN with you everywhere you go, okay? And okay, the National Petroleum Authority is cautioning the public to desist from scooping or fetching fuel from over 10 fuel tankers at accident scenes. Again, do not get closer to the scene in an attempt to take videos and pictures. Remember, inhaling the petroleum products is detrimental to your health, okay? And worst of all, petroleum products are volatile and highly flammable, and a small spark can trigger a catastrophic explosion, causing deaths and loss of properties. Do not let a moment of desperation lead to a lifetime of regrets. So anytime you see an over 10 tanker, stay back and stay safe. Call trained professionals such as the Ghana National Fire Service or the Ghana Police personnel to handle the scene. Remember to reach out to the NPA's contact center on 0302 550 0302 550 Remember, your life is worth more than a gallon of fuel. This Save a Life campaign is brought to you by the National Petroleum Authority. And of a young crossover now, a man like Roger Atna CD, young for the morning sports, Emra Makwe. Right, Roger, now it's saying,
Don't me who you pa.
Come on. To say no, idea, we must rep your JC. And so Bible
JC. Oh, we sending now, any account.
A candia, Bible, and some one. Oh, you don't just say things. And men can some so kind of because I said, web you are no. Our Bible moon.
Say they say rep your JC Nana. Oh, now say, but your Bible will be Casabia, oh, Bambi fear. Say. Particular tade never brother.
Oh, say the name says so cut out also. But the cat was one year or mad year, 1 year or member dear.
Initiatives, but say, cast, sorry, man, I say, I become woman,
no man, I say, James, JC, no diaba.
Youth church. Initiatives, sir, I become one. A war attracting crofo.
A more sorry, better collection.
See a bomb, sorry, a
better collection, but I'm
picnic Nadina.
Okay, I can't rep your JC. Oh, sorry, them 2 needs Scacranes or copy JC, who copies Cacoto.
What I be saying, yen show.
Okay,
and yen shit.
But say obi a wono so anhye bi no nani hu ne ho
I say bi ba ya no mu
hu ne ho say bi nani ewu atomu bi sa ne ade asori na de nhye bi aba eye nhye bi so wa nhye bi a wo de wo kan ho ne sa de enye nhye
bi enye nhye
je say akwasi ada na man hye jeans bom pompo fe de ba begina sorry dem ho
when abi she Barca Man U Chelsea different clubs Ghana na dos pa
refugee wa sorry dem ho right
it says that Ghana man TSU we bia oh yeah she Ghana
nyankopon be da ben nyame be da ben Roger Emmanuel take us away this morning
It's not a fancy atrocity. They are going to summon a bounty. We can know and the latest summon on the few summoning. Yet I want summoning I brought up from San Yama City. A few summoning panel. Now, fear the on this pills. Number one, sir, over Jenny on Facebook, Paul 979. Now, show the Bianca to me, a cosmetic. The Roger Imano, from the sports Monaco production team. I'm a teacher, boat tail and a fake, could you for Fundy? I'm in a teacher, man, pay 7 Wednesday. Now, the only weekend games, so. A big prem, never games at Tuja, or there was a Cup Confederation Cup on 2 games at me a person out of your senator, or there was a clapper for us or told Oya, or more FDR Congo to the Fay, and his Zamaliki Cameron, a Cocoye 1 which you want to say ambassador of Egypt, set to the Fay, and his CR Belutat, and so I reach in terms of Manosuna, a Cocoye 1 over our CAF Champions League, and I said there are games in Dudona, and said to me a pass my senator, or there was a Mamelody Sounders. Ebo Kamian Sam, Emma Start Bali and so Entimiante, and which you want to say Farabat, and I feel Private FC, and also Equoye 1-1, and I feel a dear club one, Yafana Sapono Agila Onduman, almost so Etinafe, and almost game a course on, Omni Bicani game on, and also Equoye 1-1, Nessa Bicani Telefini Agila Onduman, and also Equoye 1-1, and which you want to say Sprung the Tunis, and so Etinafe Bokabakua, and Ali Bobo Kona Sentimiante, and where a game set me passo, our CAF Champions League, and I feel Confederation Cup no man. Yari and want some by Munafe, and Major Leagues no games out or as a Timmy 2 Jana found some and 2 Jana for Resident, or say English Premiership at me a passo, and my game at Timmy 2 Jana, night said dear Friday, or say Sunderland at Nefe, and my Brighton, a Bomakabakwan, or my Timante, a Bronte Frese Yakuba Manti, one and a Timmy Pusatana, our Sagima, no Senate Timmy Corso, and what you would have said Burnley, and after AFC Permoff, a Korea 0-0, and what Newcastle United. Bokaba kwa Chelsea Antimante Anthony Gordon one and I said the only goal I was a game and Senate Mikoso and what you would say Chelsea one more Edin Kugono not landing club ako Arsenal the Gunners next league leaders now one said Dinkeme Kamyenwa Everton Sentimentia a Brontier for the say Joe Elena Carres one ebo first goal Edima Arsenal Bobokono and what you know and a Brontier Bakono so the modibo Ekon Kanyepa a Brontier the modibo Seni ya for the mass Don, what said to me, second goal, a Brahma Arsenal, and said Dinkremo Sagema, and I said a Timmy P. Monrechi, or Mr. West Ham United, almost said to the Finish City Gameron, and I said Echo year 1-1. Now, Mr. Brontia, to Sila Kain, Rima City Boboka for the Bernardo Mota, Vegade Kohau, one of Efudona for the say a Bernardo Silva, one of Ensu and Yagono, at the Emma City Mabi Pianso, at Timmy Corsu, Kamakama, not you, Mr. Noa, Nottingham Forest, and Fulham, and also Echo year 0-0, and after Manchester United, as a Tenefe, a ball, Kamian San, and my club for the Aston Villa, a Canomo et Timubakuna, Unimsa Brontia, or say first go Edema United, a Carlos Henry Brontia, ya for the Carlos Henrique, a Financio Casimiro. Dorona Fene Casimiro, and then your first go Edema Manchester United, and wait, you know, and another Brazilian player, ya for the Mateo Santos. Canero Kula, what I say, second goal at the Emma Manchester United, and after Brontia, Yafana Benjamin Sesko, what also at Timinia third goal at the Manchester United, a Brontia France Ross Buckley, one and a T Canabako at the Emma Aston Villa, Bobo Conosodum say Yipiorano, Onum say no Liverpool, and says Antrefi Ebo draw, a woman game at Timiko Swa, woman in Tottenham Hotspur, and a Ishayan, now Brontia France say. Dominic Saboslai, one and your first go at my Liverpool, and what you know, and a frontier, your first Richarlison de Andrade, ono se eti kano eri ema Tottenham Hotspur bo kentwen yipi no game saudo a eno etimi pass na ochewie ya yare ahosam eba na wurem so was Spanish La Liga na say ena results ni te ono se Girona ebo kamien sam Atletico Bilbao sentimiente eno ye game no se etimi course Saturday Friday no ono se Deportivo Alaves eni Villarreal ena se koye 1-1 ena fe Saturday Atletico Madrid ebo kabakwa Etefi sentimiente ena re Ovidio ese kabakwa Valencia sentimiente Real Madrid ebo kanama etimu ba kona fi Roma Yoka ese boka mienu ema club a yefre Espanyol etimu ba FC Barcelona ese kenum ema Sevilla seti karimienu na sama chino orosa Brontia yefre Rafinha ebo hat-trick ewa sagema no se tibi kosi Robertis asini Celta Vigo ekoye 1-1 na fi bobo ka frese Real Sociedad ebo kamiensa Osasuna eso etimu ba ko nyame yatuma ne Real Vallecano sini Levante ese betimi ehia yemrem ewa Italy na fi games no sina tibi kosa Senate Friday Torino Bocana Mapama etimu ba ko Saturday Inter ena fi Atlanta ekoye 1-1 ena fi Napoli ebo kamienu ema Lecce etimu ba Udinese etrefe ema Juve Boncaba ko ne sentimiente Sunday ono se Heros Verona etrama bubo ka fana Genoa Boncamienu a wentimiente na fi Peter Esi ebo kamiense Cagliari ense etimu ba ko Sassuolo Casu ese trefe ma Bologna ebo Boncaba ko wentimiente Como ese Bocamienu Mapama ese etimu ba ko SS Lazio ese Bocaba ko AC Milan sentimiente na nyame atuma na de Clemonsi ani Fiorentina so ebetimi so de apem se ne games a ana sera timi toja awo EPL club ana so ko Italy ani games a oro na se timi piemu yewura mu so Germany na games ana sera timi piemu Friday oro se Borussia Mönchengladbach ebo kamienu ema St Pauli sentimiente Saturday oro se timi for TG ofem asa telefie ni bobo ka for Uzbek ano se ne koye 1 Borussia Dortmund ebo kamienu ma Uzbek enso entimiante ena Eintracht Frankfurt ebo kabakwa Herrenheim enso entimiante ena Hamburger SV enso trefeni FC Cologne ena sene koye 1-1 ena Bayer Leverkusen ena Bayern Munich ena sene ekoye 1-1 ena games Saturday course Sunday noa Werder Bremen etrama Menso 5 ebo ne kamiena entimiante ena Freiburg etrama Union Berlin enso ebo ne kabakwa ne entimiante ena Stuttgart ebo kabakwa RB Leipzig enso entimiante eno ye Bundesliga games since timi pm yemremo our friendly enemy na fair games and it's in a course Friday or them say Olympic Marseille Sebakwa or the entimiante na Florent ebo kamienu Emalen etimu bako Angers etromanis bon kamienu a wentimiante Monaco eshemienu ema Steve Pressois sentimiante onim se PSG ani Nantes gebno eno no entimi amasa for apospori sa gebno na eno Sunday onim se Strasbourg ani Paris FC akoye 0-0 met eptenefie ema Toulouse Boncanan ema no senati kanamia sale ave asu ani Olympic Lyon ana sene koye 0-0 ena Feste Renault ase trefe Malili ase Boncamienu a woro sene eti kanamba ko ena nyame aduma na sanu ye games ana sene timi epiema yera honsem ne abana Chelsea manager opene friend say Liam Rosenia ana wodi se akrada tuja after say na ochewie so nyama cheranko ye afama Chelsea na yete reference Liam Rosenia ensema odi tuja after say Chelsea game no eba na ye
frustration first 15-20 minutes dominate the game, attack wave of attack in the first 15-20 minutes. We switch off on a press. It's a really poor goal. They play a straight pass through the middle of the pitch and they go 1-0 up, and it gives them something to hold on to. And then the rest of the game for me was attack v defence. Credit to Newcastle and Eddie because they defended their lead and they were happy to sit back, and we didn't have that mental freshness to unlock them, which is what's ultimately cost us the game today.
Tini sama Chelsea manager kana opane fana said how manager Arma Newcastle United almost Chelsea cover commentment or CNT reaction after the game.
Well, I think defensive mentality was incredible today, especially off the back of a massive week for us on Tuesday. I thought we were really good off the ball today. In every respect, we pressed well first half. We were better, deeper second half, and we rode our luck at times a little bit in terms of they had a few chances in the second half. But I think for the amount of times we've been hurt this season, I think we've more than deserved it.
Okay, tell you some open for the manager Newcastle United. Ono se ni se ono se edi ababontin na Pep Guardiola aye manager Arima City. Now chewi enso ansara nko yese wonu se pointer eda omni Manchester United in term no aye 7 point. Te United ewi ni mienu na City elusu mienu na bia draw back bi piemu pe na fe United ebe occupy second position na Pep Guardiola enso ekasai after say okokonya draw against West Ham.
Yeah, like Nottingham, we dropped 2 points. We were much better in all departments. I'm so proud. Yeah, a little resume a little bit these 2 games. You know, we don't score enough goals, you know, to win the games. Of course, after Champions League games, we are not able to play 90 minutes. The same like 50-20. But how you create and deflection is not easy because they defend well, all the time. But we control the transitions really well. So the players over there, and we had the chances, but unfortunately we could not score.
Okay, see your Pep Guardiola and Amotini Kana manager Edema West Ham United. Nuno Espirito Santo. One also area here after say on City a ball draw.
We feel okay. We knew that was very hard. It was a very tough match. Almost say defensively, heroic. The way we defend, the way we put our bodies on the line. So huge.
Okay, Nuno Espirito Santo, manager Edema West Ham United. And I'm going to one of the Sanse Michael Carrick is say Oba in the season match back up and away to Lusu. Our Manchester United for Asuena Enra. When we saw Santos Aston Villa for a promo a cap polymiensa. One of a tea Kanambakona. When we saw take over as a manager no Edema United in Manchester Wabunano. When we saw was share club of Villa come you know Montimanti and which is one chose Ebo 1 which on idea or share Arsenal by 3-2 and which is or share City come you know or Montimanti and which on Arsenal Korea so Dixon or Sansa a Kamiensa almost so at Kanamian which was Fulham a Kamiensa and no Timian which Tottenham Hotspur or Bomber Kamienwa a Montimanti West Ham United and now one year Apple 1-1 which or Shebatin Kabako a Montimantina for Shek Crystal Palace 2-1 and on 17 of Finwichi a dear only club of Newcastle United and Kwani the only club with me as a coach your friend Michael Carrick 2-1 and a Fenra was also as Aston Villa Kamiensa or more at Timo Bakanenra or Kasai Edifan the Timo to any Timo dear and no any a branch of Bruno Fernandes who Unyani dear Timo Ebejeli Yenti Michael Carrick.
Yeah, in terms of the club and moving forward, it's difficult for me to get involved in too much of that. Bruno's definitely not someone we'd want to lose, I can say that, but I can't really what the summer will be on that. It's difficult for me to kind of go too far with that, but certainly he's important for us, and he's definitely not one we would want to lose.
Michael Carrick manager Manchester United na Mutini Kana open up for say Eagle to do a manager the Tottenham Hotspur now chief Sansa ko you almost about draw now after the draw no or say the same crowd to your team.
For me, I'm the coach. You need to ask me about play, about how we play, how we do. And I answer, So this question you like to, journalists to ask is nothing about, it's a question that doesn't have sense. When you ask the coach about your position, don't have any sense of this. Just all the coaches telling always the same things, but you always insist. So coach need to ask for something because he's obliged to come on this press conference. Otherwise, he would like to stay home. I'm sure. But you insist always with it.
Okay, Eagle to the manager, Eddie Martin for the Tottenham Hotspur, and I'm going to say on Saturday, 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 now Oko Liverpool says and Koyo Liverpool. When we said Dixon, Mattis, Maponano, that's a new man said and Koye crowd. He said games now, Melusu and Dawson, and senior, we only say 16 games in Melusu, Dixon, and waiting on my winning 14 and Koye crowd. Nano and Openia, and I say Mohamed Salah, when we say on Dixon goes in a month. 315 minutes and our body ama Liverpool. Nyadia even a go waiting me and assist Corona be and from my Liverpool. Neno and our manager for Annie Slots, Akasaka, Edia Fanra, draw almost Sassiano, Yetino.
It happened because I think the large part of the game was the most equal part of the game. I think on both sides there were chances. We weren't able, unfortunately, to score the second one. We scored a great goal with Dominic Soboslai. But that wasn't our best chance of the game. But the better chances we weren't able to score. And then the way they scored was not the first time that they were a threat with that play. So the long ball, picking up the second ball, and then being a threat, and that's how they scored the 1-1.
Openia Yefenani Slots manager ma Liverpool na Mutene kana onim sa Bruno Fernandes say ye ka players say assist power EPL no de say ono na sa record na ekuta na fe ka player Dixon no was set pieces pandia na Manchester United na Brantia for Casemiro say corner and a free kick ye for a team momu padie play bi ani hono ma oni Brantia for Casemiro one no esena na Casemiro de atuja say we proud say o Manchester United jersey niema ekoyi edima bobokran anu yensema anu say fio no ma no sabana Tottenham Hotspur o de say this year nyina no omunya wini game bia ye yero sempa na to club for say Tottenham Hotspur o de say nyame ya duma wiki ya yesim no UEFA Champions League games so we pass na tiamate and it's a Brantia for Kylian Mbappe Samuel Lotte the whole team ato na game against Man City our Etihad Kylian Mbappe ebetime jirem esakan aboa serebe ya bobokwa ye for say Real Madrid so bibia betime akwena mo se no se first leg no omo di kan kuta 3-0 omo di eba Etihad da mo hwenem se mo bepiem no bibia se betime akoyi de mo na fe ano kakra no se fio no ma ano se etime aba ere wonsem asu mamo na no peso e wo hwe no se no a ono se Barcelona mo election no se time abaso e mo pene fra Joan Laporta and for the first and so I let in the next 5 years no one any penny as say or to so apoetuma Ediama Barcelona na ma bibia so etime akwento refer Joan Laporta and for the first time declare as a winner our Barcelona election kesia and so na etime apiemu na otimu na se na ochi se awie na ono se Brantia for the Mark Andre ter Stegen de or crowd do baby no say and ye betu jakra no say one crowd de say election oyin hu fi bibiemu e ma se no so e kakra and so etime se apiemu na okọ Borussia Dortmund Brantia for say aye Karim Adeyemi na we Nigeria ni Brantia report am ten say wakache Borussia Dortmund ase opese ofi team no e konte be ya perifo jan kwa season end dia opese ofi team no na fe no se konte no e report no se timi aba na ubremu e wo club ye fene se sese na boboko na so ya na team bino ni ma ten se former Chelsea player ye fene Ashley Cole na perifo afa no se onye manager na ohwe chiri na bibia se timi konkante no e report no se timi aba era no penso ye de ho sem so e ma mo shoro se yemre fie na fe yemra medin common na onum se okomman City again na Brantia yefuna Anton Semenyo ni abotuja and say player of the month February and 24 say one any player ni modibona timi akonkan ye panteno EA Sports in 24 edi atuja so player of the month no sa abasibono and asesa award no omudi ama Brantia yefuna Anton Semenyo ono na sa abasibono so akonso edi amano na Black Stars of Ghana and say promo esase ente under 17 Cup of Nations betimi abaso no misi na ochiwie omo awrem awo samana boy any summer test omo team bi no ekobo na vacancy na Black Stars echi omo ebomo eka polypoly ensia and summer test omo team bi no omo entimi so ante ni nyina eya hobobo a Black Stars omo yese under 17 Cup of Nations betimi abaso no bibia se betimi akoye yewremu awo MTN fake cup na fe yehen sema enoso no ekoso na onim se enura na fe Saturday quarter final games no etimi ebaso na ubrem awona na fosu gia ball park ho na game back etimi kose no National FC onim se mo ni brekum Chelsea na ishaye 90 minutes plus extra time na 0-0 penalties na club for the National FC omo awini 4-3 as se omo dia qualifier omo adi ko bremu so ewo ye quarter final wo hwenem se bibia so ebetimi so akoyi de momo nochi onim se game back na sena course so ewona na fosu gia ball park Nigerian Stars omo ni Techiman ye Liberty Youth na eshiaye ana se bana wi Nigerian Stars ebo ma kamiensa omo entimi anti saka no ewo na enura obrem ewo Cape Coast Stadium ho na big game yeru ana sena etimi ko se enura de na game se course na no wo hie pa na edikan na ye Dreams FC womo any Heart of Lion na eshiaye 90 minutes plus additional time extra time na fe akwakoye 1-1 na penalties omo di sisters no dia Dreams FC omo win 4-3 omo sa progress ya omo so no e common manuchi anwumre no na another game na set me course 7 PM na sa game ne course o Cape Coast Stadium wa ano na ye Bidiama Sporting Club omo ne Atram Division 1 side na eshiaye na game ne ba na wie ano extra time sa ye boye no na ti extra time no mo na club for the Bidiama Sporting Club womo eba benya 3 goals omo de dinkunum o sa game ana senate me course Brantia for the Kevin Nkrumah wono na bo hat-trick 3 goals ni nyina wono na eshe ta 3 goals ni nyina e game ana senate me course me no ka say e dia Bidiama Sporting Club omo sa progress ya omo sa common na coach Frimpong Manso e kasaye after sini team a ye for the National FC omo team a qualifier omo common me yentie Frimpong Manso.
Yeah, I think it was It was a very good game, but FA Cup, you cannot predict sometimes. Other than that, I think we should have maybe won during the regulation time. But all the same, we expected that it's going to be difficult. So yes, the win is the most important thing for us. Yeah.
Okay, tell me a summer coach for 4 months and a series to Janti from 4 months and I'm going to bring Tanko. They say league leaders was not guiding me Yama MFA Cup. No, I must say, common and also Kasaka Craft. I said, no, shot Trump Divisa Kamiasa or Mantimanti.
I think first I must commend the Trump team. I mean, they give us really tough game. And I mean, even though we have more of the ball, we have the better chances, but I think they did very well. And yeah, and this is what I said before the game. We want to go to the next one, and after extra time, I think 3-0 is a very good.
Okay, see, next time I my coach from Brian Tanko, see the artisan say team summer progress now. Diana Stars, Nation FC, Dreams FC, and I'm Diama Sporting Club. The rest in a semi-final games now, and I never see a content. No some as an honor team. I mean, you know, so no pay. Me for good on some in fancy. Yamia Tuma. 2 p.m. You be share TVS YZ. Nafi, yes, and the S Sports and also Eddie Atwambo Subiti, Eddie Roger Imano, from the Sports, Morake Botilla, and I think could you first fund the Omte Chevano P. Mire Shono said, but Saturday the dawn, I a Kadwa, or a Java Sishono, at a Twasi de Mamu, Macram. Bye bye.
Dwabo Ase adwumada ebwa eyam aduane ebwa eyi insa free ni peduan na ebwa woni pedua ma etena ho yi nanso woni we say niema a yidi na yenom timi ma brebo ye adwumaden sen pote mehunda me brebo ye adwuma pa ebia sese mitumi ye bibi bo me brebo
ani. And nothing about the left hip from the Moses Clinic, we have also about herbal food supplements. We see the barber, ama a year Jumayi.
Ah, a Juma.
Fatopa Yanino, and a panny anyway. Now a bomber burbo ye Jumayi, Sunny Baya, a bit yam a Jania Woody, a sissing Pijanimo, a new moving singing.
And no, I'm a verbo Ubenya Live Kid or pharmacy, herbal shops, no supermarkets are able. So what do those way to up? Fresh 0244 06 8447. Live Kid, one will break war, one will nipedia. A dream any marking for a ma emma or man for, make them for our 1 year in fear to me. FBI G. Gedi Kratui Atum.
Every human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Na ebe na ya obayi a oda former son yefunu emununi.
Oh Mr. Entry, also ya reya tete be benfie pi nanso ne yam nyono da se me chew no ahodo amato a me hunu hwe a ebe ya nwanwa.
Menyi ni se what also tamfo Haxa capsules any Haxa mixture ya no mbom kotia also no bia ma no anum. Anka no what no dadaada. Also dro die eno ne Haxa capsules any Haxa mixture.
Ankom ni nchiremu.
Also ye kura eto yefunu ene ensunu mu. tuma wo ye funu ekeka wa wo je ho a enye osa etumi ema wo ye cheko ebra wadidi awie so how eye osa de a compare Haxa capsules and Haxa mixture nanum bom na ho abeto
Predudu etu a ko Okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takrade AA Mensa Anafre 02038228855 Apefo abatan ya woma won mofrofo ene mofra woni mfedum ye no enka ho Haxa capsules ene ne mixture
osa tamfo edie age edwadie nkrato yi atom.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Pro Convention Center in Praia Hills. Go to www.probusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Pro Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
Na yɛse koko no ɛboa nipa pomuden paa nti nei yɛkwae koko no de yɛ nneɛma bebree yɛde bi yɛ chocolate yɛde bi yɛ cocoa drink yɛde bi yɛ candies ɛne ade baby a wo no ya uhuru saa nneɛma no bi anya bi a wadi bi yɛkasa anɔpɛ ebi kora na de ɔno wɔ cocoa board no wayɛ ne Milo drink ne hot coffee bi ne ade a ɛyɛ cocoa ne meko school yi ɔmo snack ɛne ade ebi kora de chocolate kakra hyɛ ho ne ade a ne beko didi ne wanya ahoɔden ne ade mo mutumi ɛbɔ saa abra ne bi ɛwɔ cocoa na mo yɛ ne ho
Bacho kuku ta Milo ne ade na wo kana de because ha ibu ara me boa but pipi aji se ho koto no store abi amodi frikumase amodi penkai na amodi abaso na kokoto but ya pote fi duane de ya me ni ha de bi ni asa
do I the chocolate down
oh and na kora bi bitu manu
all right welcome back Oral Brenna Kasima be edu na anopa no watwe abo na medikan yi maso trace and the minority New Patriotic Party is in the Ashanti region. Almost say they are continuing with the engagements with cocoa farmers. Minim they say in Komona Kwako Dra, woman to Omuhasia, Wamugusu Aba Pro, Ewu Cocoa Fumu, any ade. Nenra, Omo Eyu Omuti, Ewa Ashanti region, offenso ahimfie, and Wamuko and Nanaman Trankunyaho, Eko J, Mebre, Sanya Beya, Mubetumi. Akọ enfuo mu no omni kokọ akwiafo no akọ hia no omkoye no na nafenso ma hene ka kire omso omo makọ aba na emu omo hwese enkitahudie na omkọ akodi no omo nya na manyosem well and then omso mbe begin a year that crusade e wa Ashanti region after say omo akọ to eastern region akọ western and western north but mamen come to the line na ye hit Ashanti region here ready ntia omo sa okun no akopia santimante mu na Honorable Adams Abdul Salam new Dwabo Ase MP Emma NDC me bomodin se menya MPP for no led by Frank Anodompre ene Frechi Asamoah Offenso North MP but before menya omo no mamene one of the Ashanti MPs or no new Dwabo Ase Emma NDC ni nkomo na memusa ne se ni osijesa aprobo we ACFA Honorable Abdul Salam good morning.
Good morning, yeah.
Let's say
Nyamiadum na onso.
Nyamiadum bi aboko. O krasa na se nka ba ha ne ba bi ntu antumi ama.
And na was senka no pe mi wo ho no mo. Ye kase wi e jitu mu se na banana Juma for by and I was there. Me go could be no pain, you know.
Okay.
Me sorry, but mention number on man of Pensa me back watch, Nanka Bay say, I will honor more. Now discussion I hear no phone you see, Nanki I know in studio.
I see.
So we when I'm Buama.
Matia. So now, we are well saying the minority or more Ashanti region, almost or more continue with the engagement with cocoa farmers. No,
me patrol, on say, Dwabo Ase, one of the largest growers and producers of cocoa, Ghana, in the Ashanti region, for a very long time. You were the highest producers, and the whole of Ghana and ye toss second. And she's here kind of cocoa some of the answer because you do market in a pana, and who you money. Miankasa personally, me papa na or your cocoa farmer make us say as a family no your cocoa farm. Ye be a cocoa monster near the year. And in a DH3. You know, Miankasa many DH3 and you would be as a phone in answer any DH3. And the minority, no. Your parliament, any and some or more didn't num sense cocoa who's and by Nina said you can manage a trip.
Now, so we are an MP in the Ashanti region. Ashanti region, soon as I say, or Mudi or my pro bono, Ababidruno, San also say Criaforno, NC, Enfensia or more Enfa.
Oh, I think the biggest question maybe I am maybe saying to for more parliament, no. Obian to me, mano. And I say, Obian soon to me this city. Maybe answer me the mamma question and say, yes, I no cresse cocoa, no said ye not, yes, it on no. MPP time no. Unfortunately, ye buy ye, say this can be back home, Kaka. Ye to move Emaniko and Lim Kaka. No. It fell short of your expectations. Any DNA, ye pese ye. And I said, Quine, ye pese a pass to cook, and I do a boan ye pese a pass to cook. And a coban say, if you are the man, so said ye to cook, be being the bonus swati. And the question I am is that million men before they say, the Oko farmer, no one now cook engage, and said the Mapa Muslim engage. Can you say MBC for your cocoa farmer Biana? Because the question on the say, Emra, ye campaign, no credit. The cocoa never saw much me talk many could do 7,000 Ghana city. Around that time, any promise say a bar. Young to be as a cocoa, no, and a buono, Ejina baby, Ejina, we are my guys, a German so, a buono, Ejina baby, Ejina na. Besides, the more mono. I was say more than 70%. As against the reactive German so Sicano. And the way you cocoa, you cocoa farmers. You can categorically. So suppose share the star MP war, free cocoa, and different German, a reactive German war as a German so now. Now I was saying at least almost cocoa to bear 7,000. And they want me and make it the same case for the prices of cocoa. Yes, no. The Central American, you cocoa for so me constituency for largely cocoa farmers. Think me and then I get to cocoa 50,000 and after 10,000. Now, in the one and a year total, so we NBC news, so we NBC news. Affected Ubiaji to say affected cocoa for. But the question is, I'm not working to turn about 7,000. No, and MP before the mark for. And yes, you know, you do to say, think Kabibi or Honoma. I was buying a year for cocoa, no, at Toma. Yes, I was buying a year. But as we baby, I didn't see any under the circumstances. No, Ubian who beat Macate, NDC about it. I a friend is saying, SEC cocoa for. And see, but the answer I am because I am the say for 2 to 3 months in the year. Idea MP before which me a car buy we take and I said the almost friend almost scandal. Omo betumi aka fa friend is saying NDC abey hu pe any koko boy. So be kai MPP wo hono mo no. Na say e dey dia scandal for eba. The National Cathedral. Na obi ko ton aban si we friend is saying obi ko ton access. And I say friend is petrol buo ekosoro enti every day bia na friend is scandal for ba. No enanka omunya ya nanka ene nanka omu ka koko ye china nanka omu ka de fofo for 6 months because of aban ye diligence any adwuma pa a ministers ni generally aban ni ye nti no omu ye bibia anka nti no ye omu ye koko ni de na e wo say omu make a meal out of it nti no me sure say koko farmers they understand me my engage me koko farmers e wo me constituency ya stretch for mu di nti a what aban etiki side decision we say enti no me gi bi say yes o mu be engage o mu ba say de na ohene ne ka ye no so mu engage o mu a o mu di politics in but ye gina nim say politics no mu ye but I understand me nim say cocoa farmers no even though say enyo mu de say and cocoa ne ye so no me gi bi so mu nim say aban nsisi o mu na aban ti wo ho mu a wabua cocoa for bibia nso say wo ye wa ba mu a cocoa no say e wo ye so no NDC the cocoa farmers stand just like your constituency nationally no cocoa farmers me understand the MPP for the politics no more no more desperate so for scandal aban we say so the situation bia o me ene to munya issue fofra ngo me free cocoa ni sam so because o mu say cocoa na sam no na mo ka no and said I am fly star, but then that's the only issue. And don't be to me and that criticize it.
Pamcho Honorable Adams Abdul Salam, a new Dwabo Ase MP, NDC Muna, all reacted to a year and minority for Omodu Omu, Omati Omu Gumontin, so Asante Mantemu, almost there be Cocoa Nkomono and Kodayasa, and still. The Alpine Arms said they be a cocoa farmer, no better as a binding woman didn't. But honorable, Sanya Okano is easy as you said, yeah. Why then will cocoa farmers give them their ears, say, and foot no mutugu or money, but omo babeti or me?
Oh, say, am I for another politician there? Yeah, attract a lot of attention. Cocoa farmers no hokra now or no now or per MPB, another politician, yeah, can answer much better than that. And ye na kwi bibia ni ho no mo a we MP and as a group of MP e be ka so mo penkofo eni o makasa sa ni pa no mo make your self available and me give say one because of the attraction to speak to the friend is MPs and of course cocoa farmers no obi an kale kan me ka say cocoa farmers no eni age say ye ta de friends of 3,500 ni ase so the other be 2,500 plus. Then cancer, and yes, they probably will per avenue at the event. And then what the Uber Henswa, I ask a constituency from Ayana a MPP friendly constituencies and Omoko. Even though you need to go farmers, no, it be NDC for. But of course, areas be or Homoko, and they know the woman can pass or selected Omoko Fanina in the near the Biase. So much and say some of the Bahonomo and Omo buy and Omo you go for no more try some best selected cocoa farmers are Omo friendly to your friend is saying within a friend is a pure politics and Omo and Omo planning a strategizing when on Befaso Minyan for Omo anti NDC now Omo cancer ma said the big by Nufi. But like I said, no. Generally, the cocoa farmers they understand. It was so much happy. The cocoa no born to be one. But you see, now Obi the cocoa no, see some person in Adeno and said that any friends and cost road and said that and person said any one almost the first net, you know. But generally, no, we are one of the failings of our country. we your mind as a would ye would the economy so the Nippon economy ni for man now the answer from the first now the year. MJ we are never by nothing about I say I was here pepper and the first one any I bet me I protest and wahanum. Near that ya the value. I took me to meeting I know do wahanum. Said ye be ya, yes, your gamma son, the idea who that full almost so crying. Then fire home and almost so in the way say or more is in via any ever catch you could. But I thought, yes, you know, and I was it. Because MPP, who where you're more can you say, and they are think your friend is saying, Kuku, no, as so we are here, Gaman. Now, so, yeah, maybe I am torn with the sit on now. And your more can be the other more can say, was Kamuku Pisca, if baby. I had my question a bit on the say, move there by no hormone, not to move from Sikabena Mudi Jay. Oko board the hormone and Casan Sikabe a more track record, our hormone in terms of Coco board finances. Then a him here, a buying a channel. At the Ababa show up now with piano, with your born to the city, and I say, what did you at the account? And see, India, a politics no more. Now, politics and so, yeah, maybe I could be out to walk a campaign, and also with young for the Omabeka Sediano, especially this time. Any or share the kind of how desperate minority for na ye. Say, a baby abba. Now is 1 year. I send back up, and I said, your most so called scandal back up, and you know, they have to chew on it. For some say they are some problem. I did, yeah, in the next 4 years, you know. I could talk to farms, for some say the Quacoto, for some say the Quacoto, a friend is 2028 Abano. And yes, on the audience, you know, but then, as when I say Kuku farmers, you know, I didn't say, I bang SC or more, and as I bang I yeah, after that, I say, oh, ye be a Hakuku farmers, you know. I get the biggest question I was MPP for minority for no. Any Kuku farmers, I had your way anti-NDC, you know. Or more can you maybe go by no hoofing. One of the biggest questions I was from one answer at my email.
And to me back, so you have answered Omuna engage cocoa farmers. Oma you are also an MP from a cocoa growing area. Where's your farmers? You know, what kind of information are there more about a buying policy for cocoa farmers?
No, when I make a trauma, no, when I make a trauma, I will move cocoa farmers. No, or move creating a time, anything cocoa. No. Maybe the cocoa board to cocoa now, and yet, or may a friend say, and find yet you do my young corn and farm my home. I buy no talk every cocoa, a farmer no. Now, what for tone? In the war now, we are here, Germans on the year tono. You know, a determined star, I was said, a buying also a ton locally. And see, as I know, and I know so no cocoa farmers no meaning that. But the question in the say, time na kuku ibuono ekosoro sa tam na ekosoro ka tan your friend is good tamre na wo say nka kuku farmers obudi omukuku so mfa so pa na e de na MPP adan a ene omunam kuku farmers omunyina dani kuku omunam kuku farms and omunyina dani kuku farmers no e kwan be so no omode kuku farmers FI enti e wo say draw sa parents no enti me na me ya adoma ye research next month I said your more around here, and she ever call. Yako kind of free womb at home. You can't tell me pa buying person of faso. Now, what the ACC, your friend is saying, Kuku, Edikan, Cocoa board, no Ancasano. I was said, you streamlining your mouth, and I did say, and you ran that be a pound for more honor, Muguswa, or more say, for Yene Kankaya, a course of book board, and be twice. Na etosu mienu so no aban be pese ye be add value se die sika ye no senka ye ni aye wa hode ye wo factories industries a se cocoa no ye ni an ye to no wa ha no mo ye ni an ye be determine ye price based on kwan aye faso eye cocoa any the cost of production of your friend is saying the cocoa farmer and then they be determine kwan aye be faso e be to cocoa but then na se die sika yi die no kure na wo se ka tre your friend is saying ye cocoa farmers ya mo mo ti afi say and then ya no dey no e di ensem and I say your determination of cocoa price no enye Ghana buy the ensem say MPP say your friends say CPP say NDC obi enu ho a ono ne determine your friend is cocoa price ye betimi aye ene be bom paye za bibia cocoa no bo no ebe wo soro on the international market e ko soro a ena e was no ne be determine dia ban e de ma cocoa farmer no na at the time wo de be determine so say aban cocoa farmer ana say oni no e di ni ye no eye ta bo na e wo international market no say the MPP for time na wo so cocoa no so be 7,000 and almost on 3,000 plus and no na ye debate determine and na de bibia cocoa no bo no wo no and na so hwe kura na ye ma ye friend is cocoa farmer and of course ye campaign no ye ko kan say ye kan say there will be no timer NDC aban say na NDC party ni say wa ban ma na say cocoa bo ye determine cocoa bo a ye be ma farmer no less than 70% of world market price and then we are doing even higher than that and see that no na was say ye catch say cocoa farmer no na ye mo ti ase say ne bo no kosora ene say na minim say ene cocoa bo see ebe sore no ne bo no wo international market na kosora ade achi ya minim say finance minister ebe fe say obetumu e de ama wo mu ne eno sampaya ne ye bo ne ebe fe so say nyoma aba ne gu kwemu no ebe fe na akoso ne yetimi aboa na cocoa ne yetimi edi so mfaso e wa ha ne ade value wa ha no na aboa ma ye ne anka say yetimi de ye destiny ya say yensem
nti anopai
ano no da wati e catch e friend say cocoa farmers na ye ndada o mo say the MPP abreso no akodane adada asem ene trocha no
neje say anopai say cocoa kwani bi aboa no ho say bi a okwa koshia minority MPs no asantimantemu ani o ka kire say opa on sign no muni bibi papa bi adema no
oh David na so we dey me say me kai no omo no also omo time no na one scandal after the other so what you here no omo buy ye so opposition bi afidi on scandal opposition ye wa ba mu no ye de ne omo buy say omo say o man no omo fa say bi krono boni amambo emfakwe sa there but that was the order of the day and here omo my enioma me fidi on President Mahama ba ye yes yan so the corruption ni unnecessary standards so and then so be sha aban mu a ni fa on senti standard ba kokra so and na we so anya standard so at the cocoa price die enye sabi me din kan kan no enya aban enye Ghana aban ni determine say we are say government no cocoa no say ni ento no enti say enne akoba say ne bo no so atia enye President Mahama na ye ena enye ye mi ato forcing ana say ono aba ato forcing ena aye ena enye ye ni apani erukopoku a great minister enye ono na ye ni MPs ni ye ni aye enti we no won't describe na as a standard but omo ye desperate eye den ye wo so munya bibika and then ka so na yi wo munya hwenka start asie ena e wo se omo ye bibi so na ba omo ye hu se anodom pre ye aduma ye friend say afenyo machine ye aduma eni ade e wo munya hwe nye ena nyame aye omadom na ya kwakoti koku so e wo wi ase jama so ntia wo se omo chi wo ne ta kwapum se omo be senya bibi fofo and I'm telling you say I'm betting you say and the before AC and then ka be hu se koku no nkomo koku se no nkomo twa so na ye ka nko fa yi aban a wo se koku fo asema enya MPP de omo mben ho kra o ka say President Kufu ado bae the first 4 years no for 3 years ye kwa kwato ba mte 2019 mu hoko 2020 no omo tu koku bu mu kakra bi at that time ni na world market price no na e wo soro e kan de ne e we so I said the second term and a cocoa no said the meeting kaka na cocoa boy de cocoa le bo na ya ye de price and good na what nkomo boa na nkomo eboa kuafo ene ade so hu sa ta mo ba en so cocoa a fertilizer ne ho akade a ne ye de pe kuafo President Mahama ne first term ne first your friends the government ni nyina omo ba ni nyina omo ba ye na sa anyoma ni nyina omo twa omo ho ta on e ama cocoa for enti ni ase ye pa ban a wabo koku fo kro no na wabo mo fom na wama koko for akuafo ho aye mobo pa minority ya omo wo ya ente bia na omo wa ban mu ende omo nam koko fum pretend say omo ene do koko fo yesi ene nkofo utwa mu koko eguru dia ye galamsey sha time ben galamsey na nkata ne galamsey sha se ejihuni na ne ho ye din na nkofo party for chema wutumi mo sha se omo ye galamsey o forest mu ni aden sha time ben sha under MPP it is yes I said me no yes I said see twa koko egu a it was around your friend is 2019 mu hono mo ta de ba abesi 2024 enti bia eye negative ana say enye ewo koko hu bia no eye MPP aban ase ene esase ene ye try say ye be streamline nioma na ama nioma so ayeyi ne emfa ya no keke enka nim say hihye ya aban e de egu akwemu no by the time I present my man the time also 2028 years and quarter ban na binim say koko akuafo ma sa for montu mapefra enti ye meka che koko akuafo nyina ne say the esini die say the medin kan na enye obi ade say wo ton ade a ana say say wo ukuta ade a wo ton a say ye ntumu a ye bete so lemom no kure ne say de bia koko ne sam na kwa kodu sa na wo sa ban eye na say nyame ya adomo so na say koko ne buo no esesa na se kosoro se se de tama MPP wo ne si kosoro na yen se de ka se na wo senka MPP fo no etodo no sa buo na ne beto no ne beto kran so ama na buru so enti no mi nia se wo se akuafo no tie ni se de wo kan no na se o mu obibi a nka meka so mo nkonko ye o madie na womunja MPP politics or maba country do so mobile and of course yen na ye wo hono mo say the omo ensem omo ka no yen so ye beka because koko ensem no bi say ye wo MPs bebre omo ti afi yen so ye betimi ama akuafo no ati enioma ase say the wo so omo ti afi.
All right, so Amanda Adams Abdul Salam new Dwabo Ase MP NDC dimu ase ye bo modern senka yebenya MP Freche Asamoah onu offense North MP a onu nenra odi dom nanim di omko offense ahemfie ekochia nananom ema womo eyi kwan ma womo enei omo si omo ti omo hu agumonten so ewo Ashanti region afi omo ne akuafo no aye that engagement. So that's about it. Mekoba I'll be joined by the PRO for Cocoa Board, Sam Jerome. On be coming sir and Opena we talk some more, and of course one-on-one exclusive later on this morning with the Greater Accra Regional Chairman for the NPP Chairman Divine Otu Agoho on Usubebe Fiha na Fiye Dinkom. From Joanna Pedia, Yebeko Hascha Mischa for her Haxa Mischa na Yakwa Kope also Droni Biano Motiase Entino Ebremu die Hasa Mischa for Ewa Yakwemua Omni Ababeche and Komo Ebritia Womu about a year also Yafuni Adia Bako Timidini Penyapa. Alright, so Mami Jemu Emma a year bright. Yes, good. Bright Kwabena Prah.
Major Sodon.
Bibi Aboko. Good. You could weekend number.
Oh yeah.
Sala niso anymore.
Sabepe.
Memen dai jwa dai die. Bibi ai tutu mulai.
Sabepe.
Amale amone adi nyina echiao.
Say Don won say Sala no ye kan say Ramadan no.
Good.
Enkofo bebre ye nyina ni Muslim fo no. Bebre na age eye Haxa Mischa na capsules no. E de esu o matifi.
Okay.
Enti sana face no mo chen koma sebe ekuru bom yam na obi bom rane say me yam ya no unze say unze
free home. Beautiful.
Na ya na ba na can Haxa Mischa na capsules the amount.
Okay, good.
Anu ne edra ebebo ama stomach or sana wo so na dey.
What you say? No, nice one. Afeni asha na watch na say no perfect nante.
Don me da was say na me so dey wo dey radio ne boss sana no ama ba bia ye say hey.
Thank you.
Why de na afenso so no mola production team.
What you say?
Mr. Peter mi wiaba na as I'm going to say, Abusia for Mammy Fancha Casimro and free Hack Healthcare. Good. Now, Hack Healthcare, no natural, a Hack Samisha and capsules. A drone tap fire, no, Emma, a stomach also, if free any pedrianum, your customer also, Abusia for stomach also, a the bonny and cassa. Debia me kase se yade bi ye wana se opese wode ohaw bi ehye se we dey spiritual me paucho bomodia ne ko me enhwehwe se eye H pylori mo wo ya omde stomach ulcer bai anase ulcer kuri bi ni onipadua ni mo asan se ulcer mo wa no me paucho anase stomach ulcer ne ba onipadua mu a eye oyi ne kese pa na baba be hye wo so no because yade e ba so ahwe ya me se asetena kura be funu se obetena wiase asan se yawa wo be fam no aya na ano odene eno ntina de bia ye ba na yenim se wonim ye dada na nso arefie nti na ye kai wo se bomode ya ne kope haksamisa and capsules na eno no stomach ulcer ye funu mu kro ye funu mu ya obiara wo ti wo nipadua nim no me pa cha asie entum free nipadua nim na won so no efa hoto eye adwuma na eje wo sika sfa gu botom abusia me pa cha ye ba me pa cha haksamisa and capsules no anase stomach ulcer no yade ben ulcer se na de bia na ye bom kan ni ye chirechire mu no ulcer ye funu mu kro no eye kro into what ulcer or baby and not just a crown about nipadua nim na baby a toy no na ya na doctor for faso nom de atunidi e de amount and into what in case be a peptic ulcer what esophageal ulcer what mouth ulcer duodenal ulcer no go ahuduo bebre ye wode e ba itimi to nsu no mu na asaya to ye furu nim baby odidi ekogu no ano na ye friend peptic ulcer no ana ye wode e ba to eye ye furu nim nko a ye furu nim nko a no eno no so na ye friend stomach ulcer de to nsu mkwa no so no me pacho duodenal ulcer ye de to ye drop ye saw minimum hayi esophageal ulcer na che so ulcer no egu ahuduo bebre na baby biara ekru no so beto nipadua nim na busua aya na yawo edi akina no odene ano odene a chese ye mpeso bi be kosa ya we mu bi kra nsa na wakase mi hu yanka bomode na kope haksamisa and capsules na won so nonom e bia ba oni padua nim a na ntimi ngi wakagina mu won se na sentem no ko ya ye catchers wonya eye stomach ulcer na onto ho ase ase why you confused na ubisa won se na me de ba ne se na me ulcer kra no e den ba me ni padua nim esanse me sorry anopa me didi abrano no kre obetimi didi abrano na nso no ulcer na makwa hudu bebre so na eba me se wasori anopa mpa wo nante wo kɔ na wo ba wo digwa obi otimi sorry ma me nimbu onu ma obehe no otimi sorry ahemachi na oye business ebedru anwumre ansa na okwa akoda me paucho ni nyina no yewo ade bi a hormones bi a release your friend cortisol a boa ma stomach acid no ai hia ema ni padua na ye stomach acid na de mpetime kire ne se onyankopon abodiem na nka no pai be 8 ewia be 11 to 12 na nwumre no be 4 no me paucho ni pa bi a wadidi awie no obehe yewo stomach acid bi a release free ni padua ni de agu aduane ne so na atimi anyam aduane no esanse wo de ye mfa ne honamani se acid kura kan sakura won se hono won se na eho no ebeye enti saa na acid no so be gu aduane no so na anyam aduane no na atumi ama digestion ne de aka na ye atake place na momo no acid ne ba stomach acid ne release ba na se wanya aduane bia wo hono mo a me pacho obehe na anya direct access to the stomach lining eno na de ekuro ana se akwakotete hono de ekuro ayeden ababa beto enti sa kote so ya make ho asem se release ba e masa stomach acid na me san ka ho asem na ebe do so chance ne ni padua ni hia eni nta koni abadi a wo kɔ na wo ba what did you all right there na so wo kɔ na wo bɔ ne akoni abadi ni me pacho ni nyina no etimi mu akra etimi boa ema wo stomach acid ne be ye bebre ma eye stomach your friends say ulcer no etimi eba wo nipadua nim won say na sentem no me pacho eye causes bia ede stomach ulcer ne ba H pylori no won say okọ washroom na nka so wa wie no timi hofro nsa with running water na nka wo de soap aka ho na won sa na aye kama wo de to aduane mu aboa bia ni ho na so entempa na wo peninti me pacho wo de ko to aduane ne ma wo die no me pacho sa aboa na ye frɛ no H pylori na ba bia omo aye contaminated food ne contaminated ne on ma twa ye ho ahia no me pacho ana emwo ihihye ntini wo de aduane no to no mu na wɔn sɛ aboɔ no bi anya kwan yɛ den abɔ ɛde awura wo nipadua no mu obi wɔn nso so a mepatwa wo baabi a wotɔ aduane nankasa ɛdi no baabi environment no ɛnyɛ clean gutters ɛwɔ wɔ hɔnom ɛhɔ environment no koraa no ɛnkɔ yie saa hɔnom na saa ɛyɛ 8 pylori mu wɔ yi hyɛ ɛno nti mmra Oma ba besi aduane a wudi no so no obehwe na omonya kwan abo ade awra wo nipadua no mo breko wakwakoto bi na wade no me paucho bomodin na kope haxamisha and capsules ne nonom emma stomach osa yefunu mu kuro yefunu mu yaw emfiri wo nipadua no me the number we e maw na wa fresi asem ne wo kasai a doctor fo ankasa beje wo so na ye no wadi nkomo ebia na nya wo odehie bi odofo bi ana all complain say stomach osa ba besue ne so enu nti no opeduro bomodi recommend we man opekura akona kutobi nefa koma no na bibia enkoyie emfa emma ono so number no aye 0240 23 83 10 0240 23 83 10 unso betimi afre 0203 822 855 0203 822 855 also bet me after 0546 189 405 0546 189 405 numbers me say nyina wo fresi ya beje wo so na ba bia wo pebi no duduo mu ba komu se mpo ba bia wo na bi ni ho mpo kra na me pacho ye bi bro na wo so no bibia akoye na amra akodu se udi ahunya nko hospital me diagnose say wonya stomach ulcer na say H pylori mo wa yom de wo say ba bi e wo nipadua ni mu na so wonya signs bi any symptoms bi wo nipadua ni mu a kamya akoye say ebia stomach ulcer na wo akoye say bia yare foforo bi ana boboba ene me pacho yenhwe signs and symptoms ni bi na yenhwe se unya we bi wo nipadua ni mu dia ene na hye ne nso ebia na wo de no ulcer ana edisa wo hawo ya de aba kona kope haxamisane ne capsules na ebeto me pacho wo otie me wo hwe me wo ye obi a otenkasa ya na wo bo an ho anum se ntokuro na da ho anum se no emutimi tutu emutimi ya wo ya chese eya wo ya na aso bo chiri bramo no wo chiri dompe etimi ma wo mfi nompe ni nyina ebu wo kro etimi choke ne nsando mpe ni nyina kra ne timi ye ne ya wo honum kra wo ntimi ntini ne mu sei wote wo mpa wo ntimi mpagya ne mu sei na mpese wo pagya ne nsa me pacho stomach ulcer timi kofasa ohawo ne ba se otimi nkana ebi wo ni padua ne mu a ebia na wo de no ulcer na diaba kono kope haxamisane ne capsules adure ye ntafo a me pacho yade ba ko penesa ensa yade miensa ensa yade mienu yade ba ko pe stomach ulcer enu ntine wow sane ye kan otimi se ye adure no is very effective and into bomodi han say ya obi ana ote nka ewo woni padua nim eye wudompe wachiri mbrabu wachiri nkasai na obunyina eye wo ya me pacho wonfene wonfinyina eye wo ya obaka kope haxamisane and capsules ebi na wanonom ama ho ato obu on ma me pacho ade che ne yam kakra bi na ne yam eye ne ya onidi ya na ne yam ye ne ya ode aduane so to ne yam na ne yam eye ne ya onipa ba akufo odidi awanya amane wanidi awanya amane die stomach ulcer betumi aye wo no kana kope haxamisane capsules ne no nom ema ohunto obu okura so nyame na adoma otimi de aduane kakra to nanum no obu ya na furu no ase wadi wiasimadua ni nyina na furu na ase me pacho bloating na furu na yekutu na ohuni onya ne ho yira no stomach ulcer betimi akofasa o hawo ya ba kona kope haxamisane capsules na enonom ohu ebeto obo wakran so de aduane na ode ase nanum na wadi no obe he wo se aduane no still na aduane na ase a chok ne minimum aduane no ntimi nkonkoto ne yam eni ntine se bi obe mini ntasuo bia na ase aduane na etwi no me pacho de ulcer betimi aye ono no obi kura timi kasa me de no kwa de aduane na hyehyɛ me kon ho aduane no ntimi nkonkoto me yam obi kura de o se aduane na wadi na ato ne yam ne pese ansa anya de emfono mra eno be huna ne hotete no ne ho jira no eno na se awrade amfa fie abahe no de nsam yenu yi odi awura ne minimu a no de abo ne mena ase ano wa fie de ne nyina babonte ansana waye okay obu won so kura de aduane ni da nanum no ontimpo se aduane da nanum onti aduane de the stomach ulcer betimi aye odasane no me pacho na aduane na wudi ene fina wo fino nanka nutrient na waduane num no eno ana ebe hyehyɛ no waye kama uyo obema uyo oba onipadua no obode no aye fefefe na wo pia obi a unse sister yi waye kama nanso aduane na wafini nyina aba no me bisa se enupa pen na ekwa akohyehyɛ nipadua yi eno nti na nansentamu se fon na wo fon ya na wo ye ketekete sabi unipadua no mpo no sabi enye fe na ho fe no ntimi mfa no to papa enye de emfa mfra bomode na kope haxamisem capsules ne nonom ema ho enye de ento aduane to wo yem a na wafi obafi no so na moja wom the stomach ulcer betimi aye ono no kope haxamisem capsules ono no a ohawe nyina bejai ji number ni bio na yentoa so eye 0240 23 83 10 0240 238310 and 0203 822 855 0203 822 855 obuwa say ya na me boso nyina hyehye no kre esan say acid na wo yem no eno no ya na gas no epuba wosoro pa na ma wo bunu nyina ye den hyehye wo kona kope haxamisem capsules na eno no ma ohunto won so so a me paucho ya na wakoma bo prim palpitation me paucho ni nyina no osatimi de hawe ye den de ba kona kope haxamisem capsules won so no aduane bia wo betene nka bia na se senti bia beba fa osu bia no na ti said obo efuno anaso wo pese wo ye de onfe no me pacho osatimi kofa ohawe nyina ba kona kope haxamisem and capsules ne nonom ema ohu enye de ento se yakwa ye endoscopy ye de pipe roro minim akoto yem esa stomach ulcer me pacho haxamisem and capsules no nomu a ya de biara e fa stomach ulcer ho se ekuro na da wo nsu no mu se ekuro na da wo yem se ekuro na gu boso se ekuro na da wo num ni nyina sene nyina ama sebe ho ayede atọ afedi ye me fene se ho atọ wa wie no wo aduane to yem a na wafi aduane to yem a wo yem be ye wo ya no ni nyina ebejai afeni ubedidi ama aduane na timi agina ho ama nipaduane asise kama ama nipaduane ye fefefe na unam obi ahu se we die waye fe me paucho kona kope haxamisem and capsules na enonom ema ohu enye den ento edien ana wote wo nipaduanim to the phrases a check signs and symptoms a wote na stomach ulcer na kofa ba ye be kire na won so no na bia benya haxamisem capsules no wonya bi ato na wo ato na don ya wo okansi drug lane dia yanko repage yanko tenated yanko halos MFI and Benis Kumasi PFA Danny Helba Colina Fred Mens Misty and Arms go for the yanko Gabson Beno Anna Delight and Kokoya Isaac Drugstore Mankasib the yanko Jeff Helba Takwa was a baby trophy Takwa de Sir Charles Obuase Smart Helba wa Mumuni Awa ana afenso so no tamale wo fa kujo heba the pacho o la pasa pomodi ase obeko house of drugs alhaji wo hono obema dudu mu ba kumu na bibia ko no money bio 0240 23 83 10 ana 0203 822 855 Cecilia Haxa capsules what you see Haxa misha osa etamfo don boss right yankupo inshallah so FM. All right, yanko break him right. Ya beto also the amamu.
Yunfa and Chasonko in free True Word Pharmaceutical Company Limited, Emma Yashifo Amoshe Yenamuti Sabi. True Word Pharmacy and Akofa in Rahudona, Eddie Free India, Eddie Bidu, Omega Namu, Ama LD4, Ayen Shishimu, Ajatu Semuno, a papa, a boy Jumenti, Ghana for Enfansa Muhuyare. True Word Pharmacy, Yemuno, a India Hama, and Yakakabum, Edia Habanduya, in Nisus and Soboni Bia. Yemuno, Yenfa, a Drubako, and say, really, no truth. what pharmacy aso ye de ye no ne ye de ba ko bia esa yawe ba ko na wotwe etwa mu no mama ye no edi nkomo efa ye ni aduro no ho na wotwe ye no edi nkomo edi afa diabetes na afi hypertension eho eye yawe dia edi Ghana fo nya pa na emedi etwa mu no ye ka se obi anya diabetes a ubehunu no wa free ni nipadua so ana se ubehunu na ekuru ato no ho wa mia ekuru na amanfo kwa ebo ne bayi esanse ekuru intumi enwunti wo bi mpo de ye ka se wonya diabetes a esanse ye ni aduro ebedi etwa mu a wodi betu yawe na asinti ehu ayem hihye nkompo etumi kunintem nanso enede atadwe yate dende yewo India for True Word Pharmacy yede aba ye frɛ azaka mepacho azaka no eye diabetes edru tatahwe na mepacho diabetes no ye type 1 na ye type 2 mepacho say ye type 1 and say type 2 no ni sunsunso no ni nyina eye the same thing mepacho say obi ye diabetes ni bia ade ba ko a aya otade hunu pa ene se aya nipa no odidi kakra bi na ye se ekom esan de no wonu nsu a entene ne minimu awo na ye se insukom esan de no e wo ho anu wani kosua no eso ayo ble into hwade a unhu ni yi na diabetes no e ma wosote ufu unipadua so se ne medical aka no ekuru beto ho ubenia ekuru no emuda se ne insuranso no esitie bia anasa wako hospital mpo na doctor akacho se wonya diabetes se eye wo maame wo papa wo kunu oyeri obusuani bi na yesi wonya diabetes ni wato emuru ato obi timi da se abrewa na wa mane kura so nti uwa ni demu a diabetes muro ntoa ya wosua ebu ho no enya semketwa enso yare no kwa na ekonomi a wotwe nse obumankuma wu ebefa nako ni pacho se ye diabetes a hwehwe India fo adu a ye frɛ ni azaka na into diabetes na se emfa emau na enu achi ye wo vivado wo hono ma vivado no so eye mujabroso anasa hypertension edu tatahwe sabe wo magana mu no me pacho o maame no o papa no aya na me kase asofo mpo eneto vivado me kase esanse uko hospital a yesi obi pi no ewo sho mujabroso wonya mujabroso yare na uyem ehihyo ewo ho na wotwufofo obekọ no yesi obi pi na abafom ni chese da bia wudi hospital akoni abasa me pacho uye obi a hypertension edunya anase mujabroso edunya wadru eye vivado ye True Word Pharmacy yakofa edi free India edi aba amanfo edi ho adanse me pacho mujabroso sunsunso di bi ni se aya ema obehihyo utiri etai epawo ne yekane hypertension headache afenso aya na sede o se hunu no ohumi ni insisi su akoma no ebo peri me pacho aya na obofunu aya o se obefe insunsunso no de edoso se wako hospital na doctor akacho se wanya mujabroso anase hypertension anase abibia ubipini ewo hwa bomodi ase eye wo maame a mesyo emfasika no nhye obotom mama me emfogu aroho enkogu anase o papa no unfratensfo asasi so esense senia wo musitie bia no ntwedi ampon edi adomwa no yare ya na obi benya wa na ifi yare enti se ye hypertension a me pacho wadu eye vivado ye True Word Pharmacy ye de abadwaman so na ye no no maka cho se wo omega na mudie ba bia obekọ bia obenya ye no ni bi ato na esan ebrentimi ye ntumi mu boy yare ni nyina so abibia ye ba ye fa yare ba ko mienu mensa na ye no edi nkomo edi afa ho uye obi a wanya entini mu yare a me pacho ye wo nerve alive wo ho a wo ma wonsa ka bia ebeboa wo oba o menses emaye eba o tipins insufi bi egu ye wo lady photo ho a maka cho se ndi okọ social media no so a ema no efum e TikTok and Facebook no so na fe bema waye mbe ewo kateso so no ye wo me 40s wo ho a o ma onseka bia ebeboa pa eni ado ni de abibia ye kacho se True Word Vision Capsules ne eye tatahwe wo manga na mu de udi a wonya eni ya we bia no eno ena woje na baba uye bema na waye mbe ewo keteso makacho se ni 40s no ma onsenka bi na prostate ya renso edunya ye wo prostate ewo ho obi akoko help se eye internal na se external pa so no ye wo pa liver wo ho a o ma onseka bia ebebo True Word Pharmacy de yenu no chese eye emura etu yare ase ensresre yare anase emme yare na ase etu ase kra me pacho ye number ne da o TV screen so no fana free e wo 0558 724
302 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and 059 558 2628 059 558 2628. Yada ya hifo eni yetifu minasi na mi aduma na ocho da sende yenu mesi edishi.
Opesi ehu bobra eni e memenda ne kwasi adabia no ewo Kakari AstroTurf Park or Dansuma last stop. Yeah, now we're sharing or na yeah the currency na share so. It's also live on your TV XYZ. Into which me games no live on TV every Saturday and Sunday throughout the month of March. And a lost in the Rayman Community Gala no omode share so. Now I'm say the first team no takes away 40,000 Ghana cedis. You are no better to me new walks away with 30,000. You do me and Sano also go away with 20,000. And I feel you know better so forth no 10,000. We know a loss in the Rayman for HFA. Omode ma on mine as we celebrate Ghana month or Heritage Month in this month of March. This games is proudly brought to you by Lawson the Rayman Bitters, Lawson the Rayman Atagri Ginger Leke. Proudly Ghanaian in Tianwa PBR to fuel the passion. That was our games now. So what you say? Oh, nim sorry, you can see me up on the man. I'm trying to pay Medimosis for say Yamamu left K. Na nyemudie especially mo mudidi na jopa no odidi ya so no okwakoda uni madwuma aduane be ye oridi mudie empempi no timi jam ofuye kutu ensa kra ma untumi ndayie ebewi achi kra na yeso bonse abia unipa oliver no ehwo akoka ni sa anyama no wo so awonya exercise enti uwo no ntiwa wope pamcho ni senti na Medimosis for head left kid aba say per lift kid nibito na emwa say ne be a brebia obedidie aduane no betumi adi dwuma na ewo redeem say ne say ne fata what you say lift kid 100% natural food supplementer Medimosis for ye dia bedwa so e boost your liver health and of course aid in your full body detoxification. It is a opedro bi e be samfu ni peduanim na afi amu ati aduane de no okra aduane sinanim anidie kra ye dia man also I won't kese enti no na ye ukoya na so by we are lift kid cleansing your toxins, improving digestion and keeping you feeling fresh, energized throughout the day. Okay, lift kid when you be from all supermarkets across Ghana. Mo amopa do to no M 0244 068 447 0244 068 447. Also take care of your liver, take care of your health with lift kid, cleansing your body and refreshing your life. What you say? Pamcho, nessa minya the PRO of Cocoa Board, Sam Jerome, live in our studios. On Mekayensa. Na Ebremusono, the Greater Accra Regional Chairman for the NPP, Divine O2 Agohom, will be my guest next. Now, make a chairman, no, make me activate the phone lines. Now, minimum in Komokakra. I'm saying, command the Abobe Breakwa, near far gold board, the near far a year, cuckoo, and some no. And of course, come to think of it, near far recruitment and no one. So say no, you can say, I buy no mania. Am I a response as to whether say or per se or very fund Sikana minority for a demands or refund them applicants now. But as I'm no neck, I no idea. Tom is kind of non-refundable. But I'm from some settings. Share that boss. I'll quite said you want to be this kind of power. Or move your masama among for Sakusifo. And then here we are now. And I just want to find out from a recruits. How many times Anwa apply to be recruited into our services? And how many times have you been shut down? What is your level of frustration with respect to air recruitment? I'm for the brain so say omokope recruitment na omunya. And so anytime on better say recruitment be an omoko ekoto forms na wo munya mu enra na be omoka. So how many times have you applied and how many times have you been shut down? Anope, you can see a tear amount for feedback near the cancer. And you know, I want to hear Munyabu Transa. Let's set the tone right. And let's say a bill answer will free. I want to hear from Oma. Omo attempt to be recruited pain. Ebi I want to offer the true protocol by wenya or apply in person by wenya. So let me know your level of frustration with respect to air recruitment now. Yeah, fine to the security services because the interior minister is saying say next time on air recruitment no enya on protocol basis, but it will be going to be on merit basis. And you know, how many times have you attempted to be recruited? Yeah, when you see kasen washre our recruitment processes nimu. Yenim say amount for to me fresh recruitment no Ghana Army enyan kan kwa no mo. Ghana Armed Forces our base our Tamale. Our base were all the 16 regions. But Argentina say recruitment is will be amran kan. Uba hu obi ama ne bag so onimo bia won kan. No abedi nansa nanan e won kan abonten so ebe wi akire no bonsa afani sika krasa otwane wantwa obekọ na chi so na ya amane. Adwuma no so ayamfa no. Enti sa ka ni nyina no hwan na je so a. Anopai me pese Ghana mabunu ani mi din komo na me hwe mo level of frustration with the system. What attempt to be recruited into the services awenya? How many times have you attempted to be recruited? And what is your level of frustration with the system? Send out some system no cry esifa. Give me a call, let me know what's on your mind. 0208 984 166 0208 984 166 and afi 025 668 5090 025 668 5090. Ubet me a friend afi one member also how with the system. Pamcho ya mu ankwai hu se nipa no or the topic na se ansa no ofre. All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Nyame adom bokom pacho na e ka say. All right. What attempt to recruitment in BPM?
The patrol, mama me ba follow me or performs actually online. In Adina, but
now Obano way.
The patrol aka.
And you now Casamano.
Yes, no me Casamano.
And just say meet you.
Power the fam. No the exams. The exams no one someone how to pay me. If you know later by someone disqualify me. Yeah, no, and just be a woman.
Oh yeah, exams.
Or one year online, or you're not fully functional online.
Okay. And you fill forms no online no na then.
I'm almost somebody disqualified. I'm not no commodore, but I don't know so they may and she moved to her woman for making money who didn't care about from a show.
All right, it's young fano.
Fully fire service.
Or fill for fire service.
Fire service.
Where the first time or attempt and
the first time in
oh the first time in auto form song.
Auto forms 200 CDs.
200 CDs.
Auto cafe corner so more than 20 CDs, 25 CDs. So
but no they cry no one or application no.
Our cry no application.
All right, Daddy. My now also say error home. I mean, that parents we are say or no Casamani ba say auto forms no 200 Ghana cedis. Echo yeah print from internet. Go through the exams, but if you actually know Yamfano, what also attempt to be? Let me know what's your frustration. Yanko onto the lines. Hello, good morning.
Fine morning.
Pacho any? Okay, my means also.
Power. My mama money and Juma. Na me come asem so recruitment and some year be ya can asem e serious matter e serious papa me the future na me de ma aban ya oteso e NDC aban omo ya hwe ye wo sa recruitment ye papa because then na me kasa ye nyina ye wo Ghana ha e fi wo chi aban bi bae obefa ne nkofo ye ti Ghana ha ya ntse bo hwe Nanti ujame ubezuana mesi akotia obi kwasa de want to meet you dey kwa ye fa no me ka be dia e de na akofo obebo nsem amanyame na yetu kutu o mkofo egum won tehwe na ene apanse sa ba mo ko fo ma tena wo mo 8 years no mo party say dey o de mu twa o ma bo ni e ko so no ene nsem nyina na mo beti beti de futuo ne de ma NDC aban tamu de mo ba po na mo be yo mo aso abofo a 2028 no e tire ya ni ba bia na ni ye se ni pa le qualify o ko school at o cadet me bo a o ko cadet adenti na o ko cadet ene se dia person ne so da na police ni emi na se ni pa ni pita we nyina na so mo qualify ni so on sen fata mo aka sa nko fo ti wo che o mo ko ka na cheche wo MPP for ni me manya kunya se ko afi mo organize NDC mo ma ne ba ba yi ba ko mo yi le fun mo MPP ni pa nyensa o de ni ko mo sa fre no e ti sa bi wa ye dey e ti no mo ta ka NDC company for mo wa so some for me grade e some for them wa e pa kunya na so we nya 2028 no mo be chem.
All right, Mamina also say sorry to cut you, but bringing to me for last 2 calls now. If you remember, studio had to engage Sam Jerome, PR for Cocoa Board, already seated here. Yes, Yanko. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, but your name?
I'm to Joel.
Joel, Mamin Tewe. But your name is Nayama Quenyan, Yintio.
Okay. I'm not going to say one party have 2 sets now where we are disqualified.
Yeah.
On Kobita, Honorable Henry Coty, the time during the Orient Minister. Wama one comes to crown about the company no Kutubag, Usolana do Yaba, but before Elite, Usolana, but before Educo. And this is promotion no more. The fam. You're a man, a young power. Yeah, the Southwest is your number.
But your one Kasawa attempt recruitment in the beam.
The man tell because I am more about what they are looking for, so there's no need for me to apply. So I can say,
okay.
So we share no here.
All right, Mamina was say, no, he believes NDC for the near media grow. For last call now, for back to engage Sam Jerome from Cocoa Board. All right, we have like 12 minutes to the top of the hour. Pamcho Anope, me catch you say we'll be engaging the PR for Cocoa Board. Sam Jerome, Ewo Studios, na yedin komo because Enra Anna the minority Ekopia Ashanti region. Almost say TNTA the omu nya cheswa na omu because wa bomu a kopim say ejane bepai nti nei no omo campaign a omo de nam cocoa farms omo de akwa kopia the Ashanti region. Sani be a omo se omo epeso ma cocoa akuafo nu sa ban we ni omo ndi ni ye nti no omo nu so ntwen ope na mrepa e wo omo anim asam no ne kano no so NDC for etu and MPP for ATM, NDC for 2 and MPP for ATM. Enkosi da ben ana sa back and forth we ye betumi ahomeso. Na fe Cocoa Board enya ni peace of mind to operate because near minority for na ye no. It's more of say omo pese adwuma na ye de ma Cocoa Board, but eno na bebu Cocoa Board for abemu ana. And now no pe kasama for ma Cocoa Board. Sam Jerome atnas me say weekend you no aso eba pro Cocoa mfum ni bi. Any akuafo ni bi kokohia but yenkotie ni free na probo ni mu ba and more so ni ene minority ni si omoye no akwai se ugari so no bi asanchini de gumu obese aduane ni ya wonyo sa na omusi hu ne fa na Sam Jerome is already in here meko ne ho na afi yedi nkomo kakra Sam akwa abanetain nyame adum mini announce bibia boko samusumu ho ye nyame adum ye the ready asepa you go straight to the issues and are you surprised that still minority jina de omu jina say they keep engaging cocoa farmers telling them say abinding ni omu ndi ni here and omakopi mu Ashanti region don mamendas na memfa a chop papa fama mu ene eye yetifo eti enye boapayo akra traffic no onze President Mahama buy na wabuama fuel ne eye car duty money ade abeba efom no nti ama nkofo bebre atoka won so ana apark won car because of eye fuel ne ade nti no to say obia driving a car dey epi nti ama the traffic congestion no eye dey
ayemo eno bi na me kodi mu amana base
no problem
mesremo pa me sa
don't worry we are in this together
odi acheme
me dey acho
na mama nchi a eye me chief executive owura Randiabe na deputies no eye owura Toboaten ne eye owura eye Kutiati na eye Dr. Ban nchi a wo nyina kukwakua fonso echia wo menua me de bia me ka se me nye surprise one bit me baby me fiba me fi kuku muna me fiba from ye 80s yimu a yete eye yense hwiyo so mo ne ade ye ni bibia aka kuku
good
enam ne beye amanyosem so no me nim eye kuku no eye the political fortunes a eye den edeba into ka san nyoma mieni sie ni a me nye surprise one bit kra se eye minority ne ye de omo ye den omo eye no because omo hu ne say omo political fortunes anase so omo beba ban mu a ebegina eye de cocoa sector so na mama ye den omo atimi aba ban mu ba me de dia eye ana eha me kakra ne say ye dwini kuani ne ho ampampa se ye dwiri ne ho a ene ye betu na mo wa ye niema ebe makuani ne ho aye den ahehan no don de bia me kan se wo ba cocoa sector nipa over 5 million ene nam kuku so ye den edidi omonsa koma no into the moment a esa sector we ebegu ana ebese ana ebebibi no one hwe ebenya national security implications because over 5 million na beda so over 5 million no aduane aye den ase abomo a do things obenya crew ana omaya tenem because we are more than 10% of our total population more than 10% and you say beda so na more than 10% omanu aduane aye basa sabe ka fro enya dia obenya no aye ahongono so intini we na ewo se inform aye the decision or mindset of anybody oye den oye kuku niema inti sa wo hwe minority na utie wo mo a me the simple questions aye na me bisa ene say obi betimi agina paso aka say aye dia asi aye the doing of aye President Mahama ana the doing of owura Randiabe ana se doing of NDC ana se ubisa ho sansen for we na eno anu ye ne se enye the doing of anybody a na afei no wotena se na holistically wahwe ade a den esie hwe no echi ye oni se Cameroon omonso oye kuku nkakra
Fernando Pofo
ye omonso de ba tu dwa se be bia eni o mane na mo ne ade ne omo buo bi mu ne ade no e so omo so ye dey enti den nesi enti ade e wo se ye nyina ye concerned as omanya ye dokoku ne se nia ekoso wo international market efa ebuo no ho no e den na African po ebetimi ai dey aka bom ye abibia be hu na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama owura Randiabe mo ne ade ye call on our counterpart in Cote d'Ivoire emone ade a ye strategize ekwanya ye bitimi afa so amma market na ye den ashuti ebo na shuti because ukweni no ye den ukweni hu hia kweni na no hia
good
power defense so hunu na kweni no benya na se kweni no benya mfaso wo adwuma na oye ni mu a age se ebo ne ye den ebo ne ye and that is why Omampenyin Mahama are taking all the bold decisions ebeboa ema enioma ide ayeyi but near to minority ne nam ne de politics no mo ye but omo kwa omunye bold enka se omufi aban mu eye 8 of January 2025 omunye bold enka se omutu eska de mora untumi when they go they should be bold some Ashanti region nto omunye bold enka se ye fi aban mu no ye tam koku kreni ni sika 50 million cedis edema ora untumi on the basis of them omunye board no omun kan kire wo mu omunye board no omun kan kire kuafo ne say ye tam musika about $120 million ede kokra eye pruners and slashes machine nanso no ye de bre mantimi anjusi ema bebre na academ they should be bold and tell them
and no board check call Eastern region ekopie mu say
yes
say equipment na not
yes they should be bold
okay
and tell them about 120 million and all the bad Ghanaians come about 1.2 billion cedis about 1.2 billion Ghana cedis omonye board in country omo see you use musika we then yes, sir. That is what they should tell them. That's what they should be able to tell them.
Yeah.
Omo can't say any skill, machine skill now. Almost spending almost about $30 million. And they got to toy. And also who's can yen and they should tell them. On can check you.
But some mumu share for now, Moka Sansem which room.
Oh, I did bakwa a woman say, but if was the Jawa near the idea, near the aswal. Into young per se, yapum sibre. And no Nino, okay, a man who ya day, and he hino. But so wouldn't me chire. That's all Cassan same we are. A young way boat. I catch a queen into Minya Quenyano. Usika wasn't car made it toward the mount. Sabikafu in some Huma, Media Eddie Ebini. Catch a queenino, Ashanti region. Omodo Kukupa, catcheno. See a Jessica $350 million. Share the Bay rehabilitation. At the amount.
Uncle.
You know. 156,400 40,000 back. You board na catch a queenino. You board na catch no. So, but dear, you remain so focused. Around the abbey, and then paying for every so focused. Say a year queenino one. The betty me share send a brabon in a sitting on bed day. Ebe ye. And nothing a basin ne. Yamia Abdoma in make a create the enemy. Queenino, a fertilizer, obenyani free. Pianini fertilizer obenyani free because look good. Say enye owura mahama. Wa boa ma economy na ye. Enne nneoma bi maba fomu a. Don enka kuanino anakua ya ba ne se ya kuanini sika so ate no. Enka kuanino kwakoto eye cement 120 1.2 million.
Yeah.
Say nye president mahama na wa boa ma de a enka show how aba betu kuanini so. O how anka aba betu kuanini so enne enka kuanini kwakoto fertilizer o. Enka kwakoto agrochemicals o. But then na mishiche pa bi mo ni adenti no. O how kuanini na mu enne no. At least enye bebrebe. Enye bebrebe. Even though na mo hamu. Because me mama need to because obi enu ase be ka we tini ni sika so na ni beden.
Yeah.
Na ni beje. No, nobody. Don't nobody.
Course, yeah.
Nobody. Me tie meji 1 billion a month cramp na what so even 1 million crampa. Me di do atemum trim. So hunu.
Yeah.
Me di do atemum.
Them said down what dia me fina a year salary slash of top management staff.
Na
so when they pay.
So obi no pay. So hunu.
Yeah.
Obi no na ni yeden eje ho sa.
No correct.
But and now Mrs. Binti then President Mama man into fertilizer no on funny free. Ebion so na agrochemicals funny free.
Yeah.
We no free on so say why ban mesan so ede aboa mo ahwe no e university free ayede. E dey aka ho.
Good.
Said dey be ya o how no kwani na mu enne no enye bebre.
Yeah.
It will not be compounded, but at least you be able to save the situation a bit.
Beautiful. Pamcho Sam Jerome will have PR for Kokobot, but some payments, outstanding payments, are now where some mutual mercury for no. And also, who some need to say the supplied bags are almost the more and who some kind of say as a no about 50,000 of the tons were not paid for no. But you who some no so aqua saying which me a year no I know my
Minia meet me ya no bebrebe.
Good.
Ade denchi wan show kakra ba ye nyina no na eye 50,000 metric tons no a na eye yen ton ye.
Okay.
Inti yen ton ye na ehu sika nye den emma. Inti ano na ye kuafo na hyase ana wonom e complaining. Na yekoton no directive of man paying the buy and say if you mokoton na eye one cedi kra no problem.
Okay.
Ne was a mede so so bia said e be kwani ni benya ni sika pepepe asa 3,600 no.
Yeah.
Kwani ni be dey ebenya eno so nyame adom ye de ko
the old price no motua
ye de ko ema ehu sika e da ba ye tua almost about 2 billion.
Okay.
See this out of sika no yetua be say 2 billion den ewo mu na cumulatively sika yetua after the announcement no it's more than 4.2 billion yetua.
Okay.
Na na yeti complaints kakra say sika no kokobo de tua nso no yente yenhunu bi mu ne ehun
meka akuafo na nkasa nsa
ye wo mu ne say akuafo no bebrebe LBCs no ende wonka.
Okay.
Ekuafo ne bebrebe. Omo ni omoka. ene we akuafo ni bi wo ho nso a omoye den omode won ka kaka eno nso ye den eno nso ewo ho nti no chief executive ne board chairman ekamuti bo mu it was led by board chairman so ye ko engage akuafo ne busa emu pa se de tie ama omonsa nye den enka sika no mu ne ehon keka ho ne ade iti ayen say na wotwiwe mu all the LBCs no Cocoa Board ni won be den ebeshia together with their banks na ye ne omadi nkomo sika bia no ayetua bia no enye LBC no unti even though ye know ye adwuma ye appreciate the LBC bia den because from 2023 Cocoa Board sika sem si ne ti asem no ade LBCs na den ejine mu ebi mutumi tua akuafo ne ka ansana Cocoa Board eden etua ye ni so we nyinara Cocoa Board ni so pa LBCs no omaye ba mprimprin ya ye wumi sika bia bebe bia no LBCs no Cocoa akuafo ne den edia so Cocoa akuafo ne den and that is why I so important say ye ni omo ebesa meeting because mpinfosi ye mutu ayen den ye na so ye mutu ayen da na ye mutu ayen na chese kwiani nu na den ema Cocoa sector na den ejina brane intini so omo no beka say omo sempo aka pre bi ni ade ewu mu a na esefata say ye hwe so omo sa be den omo sa ebeka inti ye ne LBCs no Asia said de be ya sika bia no ebeko straight to Cocoa kwiani na enye den emfa ba bia
okay, so mpamcho Sam Jerome wa ha obi the question bi aba ma memfa nto nanim na me say obetumi ayi ano a o say a friend on David Asante or say kindly ask Sam for me. They are not buying the cocoa anymore. Why is it so? David Asante messenger or the eba no mpamcho bibi sa aba manim say ekuafo ni say o makari cocoa ni say but o munya atofo.
Uni anim yate enye omumpu no ka yate minority awura no don premo ne ade ebisa ana omuma propaganda bi se Cocoa no aban aka kire won se ma omonye den ma wo mu entua ma omu ntobiem bibisa nsi aban indirect obia se manenye den manento Cocoa ifa Cocoa Board adwuma yi mu no ye ni PCB anase di obi nye den enye adwuma ye ne ebia LBC no ena eden adwuma en LBC no so mo so ye mo business ade nkofo ntiase no LBC no mo ye mo business because the more cocoa no be supply no eno be eden obenya ehu sika edi aba season ye inclusive yeah now so closure of the season ena oye uru around the end direct to bi anso say omunjai Cocoa 20 no sa ensem no a minority dia ye twa pie da o mano a omoka no enye sa na ye den enye sa na ti bibisa nkoso no
but LBCs no so more choice
no the LBCs they are even bringing in cocoa LBCs no the cocoa ba omo the cocoa ba
okay
entini bibia no wa kire say omojai cocoa no entisa
let me so abase bia obi akari ne cocoa but onya atofo ensi so sa
no on say okari ne cocoa a ebia crachi ni e wo say oto no say crachi ni niska crachi ni niska obesiri ato ena crachi ni na o niska no cocoa bo from 2023 no ye ma eye LBC BSK o
good
enye ye na ye fund LBC means what I said because syndication is in it no that is not the system enti no enye se bia aban anase Cocoa Board in first can command nipa ne ye ni business enti otoni cocoa no na odiaba na ehu sika wo se onya nipa na eden nipa no enya enti no it is yeah a trading na den ekoso wo form enti the fact is bia LBC we anase crash we niska no enti say crash foforo nye den niska enti a crash foforo ne companies afoforo ye den eto
okay
eto ediba so hunu enti sanity
okay but so on mobilization no omunya no now syndication any ho no
oh no so one near 10 say off takers na ye abrofo na ene omudi dwa no
good
ped arrangement ene omo aye enye arrangement ayen ba ye ne omaye o arrangement eye urabo ahinedu ene MPP aban mo ye from 2024 a omanya syndication no ni omo ye ne say broni no na efande eye the purchase of aye kuku no broni na ye da edisika edeba into odeba osanso mpo kire companies o mo Ghana ha mo fa sika ne nyede ema wo mo no mo to kuku no into the companies afofo na obehwe o manye sika ne bi no wo mo no mo kope musika wo ebia bank to kuku na no mo dia break in kuku board ne ye dey ne ye tua wonka so ne ye tua wonka but won wa omo no abrofo ne ka say yemfo omusika ne ma wo mo no omo de ye wo huru ye nsaye dey efri hu ye de sika ne ma won a that is it that is it no omo de kuku ne ba na se ye shipe a ye de ho krata ne ye dey ekwa na ne aka bi omo de ye dey omo de aba nti won wa omo de omo anya sika ne bi no omo no kope omusika ewo banka no omo to a na omo de breyen na yensu ya yeden na yensu yetua wonka ayeden ama so that is how the funding of kuku ne ayeden isitie say bre na ye boy bre ye no yenya syndication no ka be hu say yakoji sika na ne atisika no mu for pudu ayeden e de atoho ne de amon eno na president Mahama adwene ho asanso aka say enam san hihie we a emmoa kuku to ne ehon keka ho nti no sisi anu moa monyi sika wo man yi mu mo rezi eye bonds na mo rezi bonds na masanso afọ mo ka ne bi se de mo betime nya sika nti na nko bada se ebia obi se wakari kuku ana se LBC BC oniska we will find money and give it to the companies and buy a kuku.
Beautiful. I'm just Sam Jerome, PR for Kuku Board Wahana. Aha, yesimu CEO and the deputy Atubuatin. Omunye NDC for papa na MPP for na plant omu in the scheme of things. So omu gu Kuku Board the Juma no nema banwe enho emra time. Send the city.
Minya.
Where from this propaganda to
Minya.
Sam.
Sound same way shasi enye ba me de bia no me ka se me meti hey me yendi cinema pa
good
me nwane nye den emfiri hu don nanso no kwasem ni se besi nne ye wo bi wo ho a oyendi sini aya man appointment wo president Mahama mamumu a me hu ne da
yeah
me hu ne da
it's missy
and chese ni pani nyendi sini o sana me so meti ha obi wo mpo nye den ohu me da
yeah
enso me se me ye den me yendi sini obi hu me da obi hu da obi nti wo kasa da ebeyo me nyon won po se obi ti se yewura Sami Jenfi a wagidi wo party
ni ade
obi hu
ne da true
obi nti ne kada enti obi be bisa se na ofihi enti the fact say ye ni bra obi ayeden abo ewo behind the scenes no enye obi an obeba bonten akasa te say ni aye mu ye o te say ni aye communication ni ye de no enye obi a enye obi a hwe na me de bia de ba ko a eya me boss owura Randy obeka say menene ye yi kaka on say me say boss o ya de sie do o ya de shedem mu do ejuma yi so anya sa ne ye no
correct
so no
kasa ejuma
anya o ya de sie like enioma pane adoye bia ebi wa papa ye e de mankrofo e be jinsem
Randy
I'm telling you
I say
minia e be jinsem
good
like party for here meet me account you people minimum MPs more than 3 our parliament he sponsored
I know some opposition MPs crying
minimum
NDC
no minimum NDC MPs so
but I'm telling you say minimum opposition MPs did you around the bottom
me meet me account NDC MPs senka enye papai ni bottom even once you are in opposition because they are not in parliament.
I see
they are not in parliament and you may be like he doesn't believe in my papa my way
nti say me benjina bedwam na mechanics anya ma
na da bonte ana my we na da no No. So the fact is say yen hunu nkrofo e was saa kwan ne so no.
Yeah.
En chese bia omuti say anaso omuti say. Mind you, Kokubo is one of the most sensitive sectors. Into a man penyini di obi e ko ho a. Or you're very careful. Yeah. Or you're very careful. Somebody who will be loyal to the cause of the party. Somebody who will be loyal to the cause of the party. Now, almost when we were at Watson, FNA. Oh, yeah. Me meet my catch your people. You mean your position. Open a year Western region, Western North. Yeah. Bet maybe some counterpart. A year cake money.
Okay.
Like a more in terms of a more communication. Yeah, from Papa we ho.
I see.
Yeah, from Papa we ho. And money ade. And more the bois. And I make a no problem. Obeko dindi o. Onya die we
no mekan.
O person ma wade adon. Me no to no person ma wade a.
Yeah.
It is that one who be pia na so Obeka chose we excuse
me. Yeah.
Because on person will be bad then. Ebe hunia.
Oh ya mo.
Why edia day. Edia mo obi. Enti no yem party for no mesre wo mo.
Good.
Me ti we the interest of the party ehu hia me. Me medi obi ho dance e. Eden na be mama ko di MPP ni ho dance no abe hete NDC ni.
Yeah.
On the basis of them. On the basis of what? So as I say, enti me I can stick my neck out. Owura not to hono. Ato.
Yeah.
Ato. I'm telling you, and yes, all you in this in the keke. Papa na boa from a yen kutukum.
I see.
Papa na boa from. So on the basis of what? Then Ebema, Oman Penini, a sensitive position like this. Eddie Amano.
Yeah.
70.
Power defense.
70. No. Intimate say and party for no. Me say and party for no. Yempenyi for na da ya no ewo kuku board no. Obi ani ho a oye Judas.
Yeah. Obi ama say oba bisi aban ni trust.
So say obi ani ho oye Judas.
Good.
Ewo mu. Say asem we bae no obehwe anamontu a wo matu emone ade engagement ahodo a ekoso a omampenyi na anyam from so da. So they sampen if you hear them. E de bae. Omampenyi na anyam from so da. So or the buy and me makache me boss if you neko me boss obo wakra no me I'll come and say it.
Yeah.
Obo wakra I'll come and say it. Ato wati ato wati obo wakra look
someone to me so can you find champagne so mama for hunu de mo ye
o share
beautiful
o hwe papa we buy ura ato na djuma oye because ne koso nya iskasem how abefa so obenye sika obenye we oh, I'm for na yejuma. Minia.
Wow.
I'm for no.
Until we come a party for what I say.
They come a party for ni say.
We are two party members. We are
two party members.
Okay.
O dey mo a party for mo ba ho a. Ba de ba kwa hu. Ye party for no. Ye share nen so ne say. I say party for a Flagstaff house.
Yeah.
Baby o man penyini wo na bia behwe meetings ni engagement a oye no. Oba no na hu no. Entina Ebu Abe presidential staffers and a deputy chief of staff money a day just to engage on behalf of ABI the Oman Penini. Mr. Mo Odia Mobaho na mo hwehwe mpenyi for na so mo meeting mo ase money a day a chale me all play all.
Yeah. So they move
hunu.
Yeah.
You see them enkrebia no I was a medima sa mpenyi for no. Medima sa mpenyi for no. Ye de be dey.
Every moment.
Ye de be ma eye wo mu. Yadibema wo muntini me pawoncho e pawoncho they understand you better almost must better they understand you better intini your best
good
aya bote kakra se na be bitimi so aye den assorted Ghana for issues ni so a
that's nice that's nice pamcho Sam Jerome Babebre sebe akuafo ayem hihye na se ene party fo a mo so niema bi aye monte ase no oba be why need the chair mu ma mu hunu say cocoboard wo ho de mo man no titru so say o mampanya pa wo mo no o mo sumu akomapem enti munya do na mu fantai o machi say ne be at the end of the 4 years no mu bu nkonta na o betumi abu nkonta pa e de a chair man no na no so ana mahwe asan de ato wo mo so enti na no pay no em say obefa mu e ma yinya sa rechi mu no first about cocoboard and secondly about the managers of cocoboard say they are all for the good of the company and for Ghana. na mmom no so who say minority for ni nam cocoa farms na yete a wo monte ne bi ase na aboapa ye wo mafa so wo bema aban we ni magu ase no eho anamo na omugu sutu no but enya no ana bebu aban na bem me jane hon mema no some few minutes na for the wrap up as he speaks to the party people, to Ghanaians, and for that matter to all cocoa farmers omuti ntine so cocoa farmer bi Ashanti region no aboa no say okushia minority na obeka chen some nkwa na
na meka chen say so okona minority na ntuma nkan chen say omutu ya 15 million on the 8th of January 2025 ema owura wontumi a omonsi wonwo because eye nisika na de man
okay
nisika na de man so okushia minority na ntuma nkan chen won say ye koje 315 million plus another 700 million Ghana cedis e wo diri mu say ye besisi wofu but ye ntumi anya omonsi ni hu se minority na ntumi anka nche won say omoje $40 million so omututu eye ebura boreholes e wo mofu mu dia mo for irrigation na no ntumi nye na $40 million na yedai asa anase eni ho a omonye dai omonsi won hu se omutumi be hye omo na omantimi anka nche won say omo say omusika $48 million se omo de kraju sack abra na ye hia omonye dai omunsi hu so mushom no ntimi anka nche omo say omo de omo ka 33 billion 32.91 billion omo ntimi anka nche omo omonye dai omunsi hu so ntimi anka nche omo say de ekoso no eya manse ndwaso e na ebo no asiniti ase a omunsi hu say omonye dai omonye no kwafo
obisi musa say also kindly ask Sam, all these allegations he's making, are they going to face prosecutions? Benjamin message or the free Eastern region
na ora Randy asesa nkrata nyina ediama eye aban mu mpanyifo mo ye hwehwemu ne ade enti na ora wuntumi gina court account binti na ora wuntumi gina court ye wafoforo nso a omo ye omuni emamu nhwehwemu a eyese omuhia omonso omude ombekwa akogina
court yes na kana last Friday am say na yedi kana ho nkomo former CEO kana na say odeba no on na deba na mo na mokoje
ye kan ho asem ansa na ode yeden odeba na ka wode akọ 1 year meka cho say enye say owura Randy ono ankasa te ne ka mu a enka wo say papa ne fa trotro ne kwa adwuma anasa wo fa uba no dey den o dey ko adwuma but ono ankasa tena ne car mu dia som eye kukubo afe eni akire
since I appoint no use official company vehicle
back simple
ono one personal car no dey
personal car no dey bedroom ono one personal car no dey bedroom but what is MPP for Canada no mu kan na onza mu Canada but ono one personal car no dey den o dey bedroom eye ni bibia so but now the company car over 1 year 2 months over 1 year 2 months now utia osi wo cho krata emone ade na new management no en respond there na se wa kire krata mpo me krata bi ani ho but yen fa me o kan se wa kire krata na management en respond there ya de kan ko
Debbie
match application the about power see yen from adwuma na yen respond there
me dress na microphone
me so no enti watchire mpo so also watchire mpo na yen respond ya e den na show kutupa ma de car na ye den o de ko akotwi ni 1 year 2 months abra obi a ya fa no foforo openya ya fa no foforo so onye den onye adwuma no se unika ka o so namfo so namfo ana so fototo enti o yes I do afise eye.
All right, so Sam, the next engagement you know benyano na what's the possible feedback I dey bro mine?
Oh, the possible feedback ne say you go so you teachers ka dey make careful.
Thank you.
Enum ne hia yempa you go so emone ade me sure say enne krampo no ye betua sika ye den e de ma eye
ube ya mama fu akodan careful.
Oh, the LBCs no ne
omunkwam aye de.
Oh, the LBCs money ade. Oh, sika ne ade a igusua yetua
beautiful
abrene abra no a ye igusua ye dey
mutua
yetua
thank you
be eye chief executive owura Randy ene ne FNA owura Atobwati be omudu omuti bia no a eye na yenye sika no ye dey yenye sika on every day omone abrofi akatuma mintu I'm telling you
I say
akatuma mintu
omani abre
I'm telling you
so
what I say
beautiful
I'm telling you ena omo we no CMD no
CMC marketing company
MD no eye Ura wisdom.
Wow.
They are so busy. Left, right, center. Left, right, center. Left, right, center. Said they be ya. Ejuman be there. Ebekoso be jina.
We pray so. You better Sam Jerome Ase or a PRO Emma Ghana Cocoa Board. My next guest is going to be the Greater Accra Regional Chairman for the NPP, Divine O2 Agohom. He's already in here, so I'll be back after a short break. Meba, you better also a Chairman Agohom.
Sama brabo eni kana fonina swa brabo kanino na enti sakra se wudi sikesi ana sa utwen sika e wo lorry station na eye ahometse neso ene omonti
Misaka pensions karo
Misaka order sika
Misaka
insurance ni
Misaka alone.
Momo fogo sori ye echumaden di aboye nyina ye sika ho ban se MTN ana momo jumaye ni be frewa or the 0244 300,000 ene be frew na numpo orin bitsaw one time password ana se pin code 80 wonso ye wa femu die na ma weni na ho na wonsa enka wo
Yefema na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi eso misisi ama kame na to na twetwe nya 3p garlic misa no aboa me pa ebi ata miracle bi wadro no just ma funu pra se disia twini nka se me humi esi so se me humi ani esi so obeka se dia bibi hye me so bi no na ye noma nti ni bi pi na ti no ti pa me sa desi ni ebi ma nka se de nyankopon de ayi bi ahodi che ma yi bi nya san keto ana se we de me fro aka so na me ka hye me nkwa me
me de abe pa se 3 years ni ana asem gunawa me ne mo se sinya se me kwa me de anoko bi amu so much me dru abe 6 years ni tema bi am ye ma di se ne me gana ta ya le ne nku preko ene podi ana me koto 3 guys ni stand di tema me ka se yanku pe me yam se ene ya me no ka se no wa to me a me din wa me nteke
3P garlic mystery ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops Fred Piwak e wo 02489288824 and 0201000002
Jadam se butu. E wo bosuru match mo. Yes, celebrate Kanaman. Enti community football kasiepa. Eni adi etudwa e wo afimo. E ye Lawson Direman Community Gala. Mibinda eni kwesi adebia e 57th of March e kwesi 28th of March. Action no e live e wo Kakari Astotep. E wo Dansuman last stop. Enti bra. Behead tackles, goals, drama, bra. Na yen kambom yen ani na yen local talent no eswedi. Diobedi kai e benya 40,000 Ghana cedis. You better see me in 30,000 Ghana cedis. You better see me in 20,000 Ghana cedis. You better see me in 10,000 Ghana cedis. Lawson Direman Community Gala, powered by Lawson Direman Peters, Lawson Direman Ataji Ginger Liquor, Lawson Enterprise, proudly Ghanaian.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Crew Convention Center in Prairie Hills. Go to www.crewbusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Crew Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
Guys, Eddie, Sombo. Also, the Nanipa buried inside Namon dress and Corona Abochoko one corner. Oh, the home family back. My hospital crime, the catch him say malaria. Malaria and race man, no man. Also, the Eka Edu Herbal Clinic. Hey, malaria, or better on attack. When the Rubia Bawafan added Malakio mixture. Mamma malaria better, fever better. Malakio mixture. Genome no omoto.
Edek Malakio, anu adin, etumi malaria papa. Edek Malakio betimi fever no ho. Etidi hamme.
Edek Malakio mixture.
Ebema wonu mu atoso.
Edek Malakio mixture. Eye papa.
Enti bi omoja mu nsa wo atridi ansa na wa fa atridi edu.
Apemfo abata wo mo manufo ne kwada wo ne fiedi mienu nka ho. Edek enkwasombo FDA ahwe sa edwadie krato emu agya tum se eye. Malaria better.
Hello Ghana, payday is here. Stand a chance to win instant cash prizes on Review Scratch for Win. Up to 100,000 Ghana cedis to be won today. Get ready to play Review Scratch for Win to win big on TV XYZ. Stop scrolling and start winning. It's simple. Dial *850*6# on all networks. Choose your card type and select your lucky card for a chance to win big. Play with at least 5 Ghana cedis or more. You could win up to 100,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes instantly. Yes, you heard right. 100,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes. Don't miss out on the chance to win big. Dial *850*6# to play now. Review Scratch for Win. Scratch ticket. Baby Scratching power. You must be 18 years and above to play. Terms and conditions apply. This game is regulated and approved by the NMA and the Caritas Conference.
Brothers, because so be will be no kasi shi am nkwantane so a na je so de hu si o so bi simika so mi fie ni brafie mi ani nkoma na je so do de ma o enti sankrofo no ya ye ntoto o mase yeso so ye kire do de ma o mu anytime ye benya the space to talk about Ghana and also expand the discourse. Into one of such men, the Greater Accra chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Chairman Divine Otu Agohom. Na ene wa be PXYZ broadcasting ha. Here is the home of broadcasting. We have XYZ Radio 93.1, we have Power FM 97.9, and we have TV XYZ as well, and others in the pipeline. Internet chairman Abeno, the entire Ghana is watching him on TV XYZ, as well as listening to him on Power 97.9 FM this morning. FM. Chairman Divine Otu Yamuakwaba.
Ejosu.
Bibi Aboko there. Your baritone voice, they don't go there.
Really?
As all the bass was sorry.
Okay.
As all the bass was sorry. Now voice ni modu pa. Chairman now here.
Adomo be ma wonso e.
Nyame adome ho boko. Na MPP ho te sen.
Oh, eye. Eye pa. Ya confirm kakra. Na good. There wo ho ni se. Aboyen.
You think so?
Aboyen papa. To the beer on the yes, he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day.
Good.
Na Ghana for Begia to say Niama yesi Omutu Abamaye 2016 yeba yebeyeno Dodona Nyamadaroma Yatumiaye.
Yeah.
Our key campaign message in 2016, and they said then Omutu Abamaya Yeba Ebema Mofana school free.
Yeah.
If you recall very well, 2016, your key campaign message need free education.
Yeah.
Yeba, I think within 3-4 months, no. Now you implement it. Difficult as it was, we were able to implement it.
Yeah.
Now we face some challenges, out of which a ban is Kumbeye din kakra will admit. Na Nisano, Ghana for were not happy with us, and then they voted us out. Yeah. That's fine. We've been in opposition for about some, if I'm not mistaken, a little over a year now.
Yeah.
But within the period, no, you agree with us. We've been able to, set up a team to investigate the buyer. You lose the election is brother Michael Kwe, the committee. Recommendations are only buyer, so no. Yeah, the America implement here. Titra woman say we should be able to, have an early presidential primaries to enable us time enough to heal the party and prepare ourselves for the next general election. It was a difficult decision, quite unpopular from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But National Council at the Nancy FM say na yebeyeno. So we've been through it. Na sisi ameni ukasa idea. Yeah, ready. Yeah, party elections. When we say party elections, we are reorganizing the party from the very base. Talk about the polling station, the electoral areas, the constituency region, Nayako National. Like I say, we are set for election 2020. Yes, it was difficult generally, but Abuayen, Amaya mistakes be brave. Na Ghana Fonsu, I want to believe, say, you have the opportunity to compare the two parties. Yeah. Before I, took seat here, my colleagues no be wafem, from the other side, and I hear bon come off for some few seconds and so now, and I was saying, it's saying, kuku for no, almost say, bosha musha mono. Sabi I did not go Wagadri and I say we only wish them well. I think that our situation has really helped us. It has also given Ghanaians the opportunity to see, the other side. We are practicing democracy. It's okay. We run two markets. That's it. You'll be able to compare.
Know which one is
so
best.
It's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. But 1 year, 2 months of the reset agenda, NDC, the buy, how do you see the NDC now?
Honestly speaking, 6 months into the NDC administration, now some of my people were, finding fault with Nyama Omuya and Tokwemu. Exactly. Good. And I've been saying, but 14 good months into a supposed reset administration in there, Ezanka Yahunyama. Now, maybe you say, what are they really resetting? Campaign promise at the time, one of the key campaign plan Galamsey. So what's happening to Galamsey now? It has become worse. We introduce gold for oil, gold for reserve. With the thinking say Sika yedikoto dollar and sana ye sa dollar no akoto oil edi abano ha economy no enti out of the box thinker, His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Or the idea is say, fire cities no enkoto gold no because we have the gold here in this country. Now ebasa na ye the gold na ye international commodity no akoto oil ediaba. Ebasa city no hu behin high kakra. We started this. Unfortunately for us no. And some 3-4 months into that, the implementation of that policy, Ghanaians voted us out. Good. NDC for buy, Omuyade, in the sense, they maintain, they saw, wisdom in that policy, and they maintain it. Except say, now, Ayomude to the extent say, they are buying the gold from all sources, including gold coming from illegal mining.
How do you say they are buying from illegal mining?
All right, so I will explain. I'm right here with you.
Thank you.
Nissan need to know. I must say, the promise said they will only to Galamsey Ase. Now they are not able to do it, and they are not even talking about it again because now the Galamsey is feeding that policy of buying gold for reserve and buying gold for oil. For that reason, they are unable to stop the Galamsey. It has become worse.
Not even the threat of
the threat that faces that
the blue water guards.
Oh, Master, we just say nyama yedi. I mean, for political reasons, we don't when so who be you, visa.
I see.
So as we speak, no. But if we have all that you are saying, then immediately we should see change. But are we seeing change? Galamsey, our water bodies are becoming more and more contaminated. It's becoming very difficult for Ghana water to treat the. That's why we are crying no water. I was listening to one of the stations, and the cry for water is all over. Yeah, I'm sure we may have to import water from outside. I'm telling you, or we still go and treat the sea. Yeah. Which will be very, very expensive. So for me, I think that animal na more 14 months into administration there. By this time, we should be able to see the implementation of their star message. Okay, 24-hour economy, 1 work, 3 shift, etc., etc. Massa is over 1 year. Where he did? That's what Ghanaians are asking. So when some Wagadri akoso and Abuamo, Omaba power, but Enwansu will expose them. It's a matter of time. I'm catching from the beginning. Say, opposition because I must also admit that there were things that we were doing. Our Ghanaians were not happy with. Party MPP for a lot of our members in parliament at a point in time had to come together, march to the presidency, and demand the reshuffle of some key ministers. Chief among them was the finance minister. I mean, these are issues that happened during our time. Now we are here. Ghanaians have been given the opportunity of experiencing the NDC one more time, and we are seeing the results. We are seriously seeing the results. Supposedly dollar above them, that has been the message ever since. How dollar no above them, you and I know, and the matter say we are not using our cedis to go and buy dollars and use the dollars to go and buy oil. So for that reason, because the gold is coming from here, but God is how to negotiate with these multinationals extracting gold to be able to buy some of the gold from there, change the agreement with them so that they will sell some to us here and be able to use that one to go and buy the oil. And also the BB, and they are rather patronizing the illegal sources. That is why they are unable to solve the Galamsey problem. And the effect will come back and haunt all of us. That is where we are.
Chairman Divine Otu, I go home and Greater Accra Regional Chairman for the NPP now. This time around, it's a new feel altogether. Chairman Vim Nihita or debate discussion is on Utumis and Nia Briye pa say NPP Besa Ba Bemu. But Chairman, Abaine Bano. I bet you Baku Jinasu was Operation Recover or Loot. You see, I must say, Muncrophone Bibre, Hope, Pony. So far, how do you see that operation and the move by the Attorney General?
I'm saying that's another Wagadri. That's another Wagadri. What we say, Ghanaians, I could say, sensationalism, no? Yama, Ebema,
you think so?
Operation Recover All Loads can be equated to let the blood flow during His Excellency Rollins' time. We found some dollars here. Something is hiding. And they even went ahead to give an estimated amount of what they are hoping to recover. Masa, up to today.
$21 billion.
Up to today. So you ask yourself, I mean, clearly you can see, say, it is an arrangement to kind of throw dust into, the eyes of the Ghanaian public to create the impression, say, oh, MPP form this up to today. Me can't say MPP ni. And any Ghanaian for that matter, aye bibia untoward, bibia aye illegal, bibia ebe ha or minor economy, no, that person should be allowed to go scot-free. No. I'm not for that. Except that what Shey Boss said, this is what you have found out. To the extent that you have been able to even quantify the amount supposedly MPP for area that you are expecting to recover for Ghanaians. Because that amount is huge. You could have done a lot of but up to now, to the extent that the Attorney General, instead of establishing prima facie case, would be court, backing evidence, and those who give the witnesses to me, prosecute cases. You are rather becoming a media person every now and then, holding press conferences, trying to create the impression, or is to tell the Ghanaians that, yes, you have reason for voting out the MPP. We are here. We will recover your monies for you. Where the money day now? That's what we are.
I said the rules of justice grind slowly. Don't you think so? With time, maybe something will be uncovered.
Let's not forget that they have a tenure. Okay, with specific time frame.
Of course.
4 years. Almost 1.5 year gone. All right. Now the speed with which Papa no friends say Japan no money them, chasing people to their where are all those people? But you see, so Ghanaians are gradually seeing, say, hey, Crawford we never say, Oma be dada yen, Oma be boy 419, and more of such will unfold. It's just a matter of time. But you remember the same Okujetua Blackwa, after doing all that, succeeded in getting his ministry, whatever, no wakotran the baby. Nyama okaye ninyana. Today we have a situation where His Excellency the President is traveling in a private jet. All right, in a private jet. I will never, under any circumstance, take position that will expose His Excellency the President, our President.
Okay, flying in his brother's jet or in a private jet?
But is it a commercial jet? It's still a private jet.
It is.
It's a private jet.
At no cost to the state.
Please, you and I cannot tell.
No, but that's what they say.
You and I cannot tell because there's no free lunch anywhere. I mean, say, brother. Now during their time, 2016, when we took over, we realized that there were goods that this gentleman cleared from the port. You recall you are intermediate.
Yeah, sure.
And issue checks that ended up bouncing and all. This same person is here. For me, a Ghanaian, even if he is doing something untoward, but the money, whatever it is, remain in this country, bad as it is. But the fact that Ghanaians will benefit. For example, Okoto private jet, so one fan go see alata for Ghana and now your president. I don't have anything against that, except that we must recall how the NDC led by Okujeto Ablakwa at the time was giving us figures, okay, representing expenses as a result of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa, traveling on a private jet, and made all the mockeries and said that Omuba Abemu na Omu president will have to do the same thing now. Also obey resigning if he has any ministerial appointment. This time he has a ministerial appointment, not as a minister of trade, Greek local government, but foreign affairs, which means that say omu betu kwansa na ni share ni no, he would have to sanction that one. He is sitting right there and he's there up to today. He's there up to today. While resigning, double standard, and only a problem. No, Naka president betu kwan the president of the land, the most important and most protected gentleman of the land.
Good.
Now, Obetukwan, not Tukwan in the private jet. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Especially in the case where, in this case, the supposed private jet belongs to a Ghanaian. We should be happy for this. Why politicians will be talking about this? They say, you have created a situation that kind of runs the same practice in the previous administration down, to the extent that you've gone ahead to make, you know, a statement suggesting that should you come and do the same thing, you will not remain as a minister.
Yeah.
Is that what we are seeing now? And I can say,
the two scenarios are different, Chairman.
So explain to me, what's the difference here?
This one, it's, you know, the brother to the president, or a businessman, or then I'm a state, you know, for free.
Please,
without paying anything.
Please. I am saying, say, this can be said outside.
Okay.
But you and I know there's no free lunch anywhere. If the person can, you know, volunteer his private jet for the use of the state, forget that he's a president. His brother is a president. For the use of the state, and such a person turns around bidding for a particular project somewhere, you don't think that he will be favored as a result of what he also did for the state? That is where the corruption is.
Conflict of interest.
Exactly. So for me, I'm talking about two things here. The fact that the president uses a private jet, I don't have anything against that. I think it's rather what we must do. You know, we should be able to invest in having a presidential jet. Now, presidential jet now, at that time, no, almost say, we could have used it, it's there, and we are still hiring and spending $80 million and all those things that he was saying at the time. No, that presidential jet is still there.
Yeah.
So why are they not using it?
But almost no, it's not fit for purpose. So,
if it
plan acquiring a new one.
Very good. So if it is not fit for purpose, if they don't find it airworthy, how come at that time they were insisting? Because it's the same aircraft. Why were they then saying that the then president should have used it? And this time there, there's another it's okay. But Muhammad or you see, and the others and you see, I don't need a problem. No, we should stop politicizing some of these things and face the issues squarely. I think that there were, you see, right now we are here. Israel, US, Omuni, Iran.
Good.
Omu agroya omu di.
Friend say ntokwa.
Me bon pa say actually. Entina me friend agroya omu di.
Thank you.
Because I'm sure here and the way at your how bebreye. It will definitely affect the price of oil.
Yeah, it has already.
Which will then consequentially affect what we buy at the pump.
Good.
And if the prices of fuel should go up, what then means is that transportation will affect every other product. Like I said, as someone be banana. Me, I don't wish NDC bad. No,
good.
I don't wish them bad because I'm also in the country.
You also
I live here, my family is here, my business, my everything is here.
Yeah, good.
But this is an external, you know, situational. Sebi, sure, it will affect our economy. But you know why nobody will sympathize with the NDC?
Tell me more.
When we were having the same situation, Ukraine, Russia, Omutokwe, and one Adriani, Friba. Now, affecting ye. You can't say no. Ukraine crying how much more Ghana, several kilometers away from that place now, we were complaining, say it was affecting us. Okay. Fortunately, Iran is not Ghana. Israel is not Ghana. Of course, US is not Ghana. Let's wait and see.
But Chama, you also admit, say, the kind of trade that any Ukraine and Russia is different from trade that any the Middle East
So let me explain.
And the commodity the Middle East supplies, it's a global commodity.
Very good.
Unlike ABA, say if we forfeit our trading with Ukraine and Russia, we can look elsewhere in Europe and still get that same supply.
Do you know why? In this case, what we are talking about, oil.
Oil.
Yes, sir. Ghana as a country, say you produce oil.
Yes.
You produce oil. Now, apart from oil, is like that even Nigeria and neighbors here, they produce oil.
Yeah.
So if it is just about oil, you can source it from other places too. But the me can say, you see, the international trade loop is such that when something happens somewhere else, because you see, it's not only oil that we will be getting from that source, but other countries that depends on that same route for their supplies. For example, you see, because they are fighting, movement across countries, shipment, the direction say efano because of tokwanity emfaho ebekwa for other route and san ebeba we ebasa, it will increase the transportation cost, which will eventually affect economies like ours. That's exactly what we are talking about again. So if you are importing, Ghana is an import driven economy. Okay, we import more than we export. So if you have a situation where the items that you are importing from, say, China, route and come by, you say a very shorter, they would have been charging, let's say, 40,000 per given shipment. Now, see, how much of a baby they will charge more, and when they charge more, and the importer has to pay. How would he recover the money? He will also find a way of transferring the extra cost to the Ghanaian consumer. That is where the problem is.
The other issues on governance, because recently, Chief Justice advised the president of a no prima facie case against the Electoral Commission. I say, Munshadambo who wabibre, but minim say namu ye one of the opposers of say the former Chief Justice free ho near the justice and in but no by how do you see his operation so far, especially with that ruling on the Electoral Commissioners?
Okay, the okay need to know. Let's go back a little. You're talking about the current Chief Justice.
Yes, please.
All right. Asana Omo Bano. We had a Chief Justice. Ni free ni age and do baby I say retirement. So they advertise say Omuba they will come and remove the Chief Justice. That advertisement is there. Any problem? Otherwise, if there is a case against the person, all right, and the processes say that everybody can see, say for that reason they are removing you. I don't think Ghanaians and of course the MPP will have any issue, but you see, you advertise your intention, and so you came and you had to implement it, and you did it in a way that everybody will say that no, you are up to something. That is where the problem is. Now, having established that one, let's come to the current Chief Justice. Any position on the Electoral Commission. Look, Adiano, it said that we have been there. We have been there. Now, Adiano, you can go away with it, but one kasa, your moral conscience, any posterity will come to judge you. That's what it is. So if in the case of the Electoral Commissioner, any team, the Chief Justice finds no, legal basis to prosecute them, and our advice like that. What else do you expect us to say? Do you understand?
Do you think that the rule of law is working? Separation of powers is as display the independence of the judiciary, and no, it's being manifest.
You see, you must understand. We are doing politics.
Politics,
we are doing
politics. Chairman Divine.
We are doing politics. Okay. So one breath, you can play to the gallery. You can get a picture to look as though you are doing what is lawful. Whilst behind the scene, you are playing your political game. All right. For me, I think that I agree with you largely. Say, if the Chief Justice has been able to establish a no prima facie case against the Electoral Commissioner, and the President admits or endorses it, we will give credit to the rule of law that is working. Do you understand?
Thank you.
But I also want us to say we are not out of the woods as yet. We are still watching. It's early days yet. Because how Oba office Senya Semi Nyamasikoye. And many will be watching to see how, and the agenda was that remove the Chief Justice, remove the Electoral Commission. That was the agenda. So if they had continued with this, everybody would say, then there's something in the cooking. So probably because Ghanaians made so much noise, there were, demonstrations left and right. I was involved and all. So they might want to come on, Charlie, I don't win there. Say, basis no shada strong there. To be able to play around and get Ghanaians to think that the rule of law is working. So let's give credit to them for, and then we look at what next will happen.
But Chairman, before I will take leave for today, and then we say we've done like 35 minutes. Your next appearance, Obantema, when you feed here, now if we expand the conversation, tell us about your party's membership drive, and what's going on here in your zone, the Greater Accra region.
All right, thank you. So as part of the party reorganization, we are re-registering old members. All right. Okay. And also admitting new members. So we are doing registration. Registration that demands that as an old member, including myself sitting here, I have to go back and register. And me can say home and also they can also come and then register. So basically that is what we are doing. And so far in this region, I think it's going very, very well. It's going very, very well because from the very beginning, we managed to put together a team that we assigned to all the constituencies. We gave them the needed orientation for them to understand very well. So we armed them with the rules and then give them marching orders to the constituencies. And so following by way of monitoring and evaluating what they are doing, so far it's looking very, very good. We've not had any issues as yet, and I want to believe we have some 13 days more to end the registration phase. After which we would input all the data, and then out of that we'll have a register for every polling station. Based on that, we'll conduct the polling station elections. So far in this region, it's going very, very well.
Chairman, I'm yet to see your poster say you contest again. Are you still in the race?
For regional chairmanship?
For regional chairman. For regional chairmanship, no.
No.
For national?
I've done 2 terms.
Good.
I've gathered sufficient experience to be able to help the party in other areas.
Which other area are you looking at?
As for example, I say we have detailed assignees to all the constituencies. These are people who've served in positions such as I'm doing currently. They have some worth of experience that we think that we can deploy for the benefit of the party. So I can.
Are you contesting for any other national office?
Not as yet. I've not.
No, Chairman, what you? Because I'm not for shall see declare. And you also declare now who the
Ayako. Name say Paul be free baby by over here Jumachen or Mudi kind of. So that one don't worry. For now I have work to do, and I'm focusing on making sure that I build a very strong regional party before I leave office. After that, wherever the opportunity presents itself, I'm too willing to serve the party.
Until now, there nothing in the pipeline as we speaking now.
No. The focus is to help reorganize the party here in the region.
Now, Baumiasu who is saying, on one of us saying,
Yes, because we believe in his vision. We believe in his credibility. We believe in his energy, and we think that your man is supporter. Over to me, I a president. Ghana for has been crying for all these years.
We pray so. Nana running mate in this way.
Say no dear constitutional man or no the
prerogative.
Exactly, that's sole prerogative to decide on near. So consultations are ongoing.